Just only look at my cards, not my bald head.
Hey. Oh, you're talking about yourself. You got a nice. I want that nice smooth man. When I shave, it's all not good.
Yeah.
So Matt, remind me who you are.
He's mad.
Matt.
I like that. I'm Matt.
Go ahead.
I'm one of the disciples of Jesus. The first gospel was written after me.
No, the second gospel. Mark was first.
Well, they made a mistake there, actually.
Okay, but have I interviewed you?
No. I watch your channel, Reed's channel, and that's probably it.
Oh, really? You only watch 2 YouTubers?
That is all I've done with my entire life. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So who do you like better, Reed or me?
Depends on the mood.
What kind of mood do you need to have to like Reed? Trips.
Nice.
Reed is really great for kind of like seeing a bunch of different ideas.
Yeah.
I'm
a one-trick pony.
And people are generally not on the back foot, and you're more entertaining for just normal everyday stuff. So if I want to think about something, I'll watch Reed, and or like just understand other people's psychology more, then I'll watch Reed.
Oh.
And if I'm keen for a bit of a laugh or feel like remembering how I used to think, then I will watch you.
Oh, okay. So you used to be a Christian then?
For a very long time, yeah. Not quite as long as you, Doug, but for quite a while.
How long have you been out?
I'd say, probably 3 or 4 years now, I guess.
Okay. How many people have you raped and murdered since you left Christianity?
42, I think.
42.
It's pretty standard. Probably not as many as a lot of the rest of you, but I'm getting there. What about yourself, Doug? Have you eaten any babies or?
Well, I like dark meat, so I've.
No, nice.
No.
Oh, guess we're continuing where we left off last week.
Okay, I'm supposed to have the best hand here, and now you guys.
I think you still do.
I'm out of here.
Okay.
Someone's gonna make it straight.
I was watching a video earlier this week that played a clip in it from Believe It or Not, their video essay that was about a 30-second clip of a preacher proclaiming that he would not marry any interracial couples.
Well, which pastor was this?
I don't know. It didn't have a label on it. I can send you a link to the video essay itself.
Oh, nice hand, Justin.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, send that to me, and then I'll show my wife, and then tell her that the Lord is against us.
Yeah, I did not recognize the preacher at all. I'll go through and look for the timestamp. Send you the link for the timestamp, but it's a fairly new channel that I got a recommendation like, I don't know, back in February. They only had like 400 subscribers when I clicked on it. By the time I'd watched their entire playlist, they had grown to 800. And I rewatched it and they had grown to 1,600 just in 2 days. And now they're something like 37,000.
Yeah, they must definitely be associated with a church to get that kind of number.
Well, no, this was an atheist. It's an atheist podcast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
They could be pushing people in from TikTok. I've seen a lot of channels on YouTube grow quite quickly from pushing people across from TikTok.
Yeah, I should get into TikTok. I gotta
There's
buy
a
push-up bra. Don't you have to show
there's
cleavage on
a
TikTok?
channel called needgod.net, and they do live streams on Omegle, and I've been trying to catch them.
You're thinking of OnlyFans, Doug?
Yeah, oh, she's starting OnlyFans.
I think Dyson should buy OnlyFans.
There you go. Fans? Oh no, they suck. They don't blow.
Depends how politely you ask.
Folds right away.
The stream might take a few minutes to get.
I had too many of these Zevias. I'm not thinking straight.
At the rate I'm going, I might need to buy back in. So anyone else here been exercised by a pastor before?
You mean like demon possession?
Well, yeah, they accuse you of being possessed by a demon and
Yes.
try and exercise it out.
I have.
Good call.
Yeah.
I had so many outs there. Jack 4. You come in with that garbage?
You were representing a queen, and I just had to know.
Yeah. Well, I had ace king suited, and I was hoping someone would raise preflop so I could get you out. Oh, look, you got 666. Yeah.
All right.
I don't suppose yours was at the front of a church with a few thousand people in it.
Did you?
Are you trying to one-up me right now? I don't know if I like the way this conversation is going.
Yeah. There you go, Doug. Just sent
I
it.
was in an arena. It was after a giant worship concert, okay? And I was the spotlight was right on me, and I was shaking and trembling because the demon was working its way out of my skin. I'm just kidding. None of that should happen.
I know that feeling.
What happened? Did you? What happened, Matt? Did you like have to fake something happening, or did you feel anything?
He
pastor
was
embarrassed?
asking me to cough the demon out and stuff like that, so I was like trying to cough, and yeah, it was a new experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't I don't know, it was just strange, but so was the entirety of my existence up until that point. I mean, it felt normal at the time, but we've all got our war stories.
Yeah, I've had some pretty interesting personal experiences with like, surrounding demon possession and like, spirits and stuff like that. I was definitely convinced that there was a serpent wrapped around my heart one time, and like my friend prayed over it and felt it like constrict and then like slither away. There's some weird shit like that growing up.
Yeah, when you've already bought into the psychology of it, then it's fairly easy to kind of accept anything as evidence.
Nice hand.
Yeah, even like a heart palpitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only ever been prophesized over.
That's pretty cool. I think I've run the gamut of all these weird gifts. Had the tongues, had the
Ooh.
prophets. Somebody even thought I was translating someone else's tongues, which is weird because they were like, "Yeah, that's what it means for sure."
Yeah, yeah. I went to a church that almost every week, there was translations going on.
I'd like to do a survey of ex-Christians and see what proportion of them are worship leaders. 'Cause seems like there's a lot of them.
Hi, Nicholas. Is it Nicholas?
That's me. I was the ex-worship leader.
Same.
Can you see everybody's cards, Nicholas?
Actually, no. Well, let me play around. Not right now.
There, now you should be able to. Or
Now we
soon.
can.
Oh, cool. I was like small group and small Bible study teacher.
I think it's that. I think for me, it was that little bit of accountability. Like, I better know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think that kind of led me down the path of like, let's see here. What are some of these questions that people are going to ask me?
I got kicked out of children's church.
Oh,
Nice pinwheel.
The first time I ever did ecstasy was the night before children's church, and I was a children's church leader.
That's awesome. That's my kind of experience.
Yeah. And I thought it would be worse to not show up than it would be to show up
sorry.
on ecstasy. But the music was really good that week, so
Oh man, but I bet you had to restrain yourself from like touching everybody, didn't you?
no, it wasn't that kind of high.
Oh, okay.
It was but the music was just incredible.
Church leader takes ecstasy with children. It was like the headline of the.
Yeah. Kids feel extra loved.
What kind of church did you go to, Matt?
Have you heard of Hillsong?
Hillsong? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really similar to Hillsong.
Okay.
But they were non-denominational. I've been to Hillsong before. Met Brian and whatever. But yeah, I'm an Aussie if you can't tell from the accent.
I couldn't tell. I was going to guess England.
I was going to guess
Yeah,
Georgia.
To me, everyone kind of sounds the same. Like a third of our population is from overseas, so like we're an immigrant country, so kind of a good mix of accents.
Got an 8? You win.
I do have an
For me, it was the YouTube algorithm. I was always into apologetics, but then Apologia's channel and things like that started showing up when I was reinvestigating everything. So, whoops.
Love
I
me
still
some
believe it.
Apologia.
Actually,
Apologia is probably deconverted a lot of people.
the public access replays of Matt Dillahunty in like the early 2000s, it was late 2000s. That got me so mad. I can remember having a visceral reaction to some of the dum-dums calling in. I was like, I don't know if I could do much better than these guys, but
Yeah, I was living in Austin when they were on the public access there.
Yeah, for me it was I had kids and I wanted to be able to prove to show them demonstrably that Christianity is true. So I went searching for evidence and also joined a few debate groups at the same time. And
cool.
yeah, I found all this incredible evidence for Christianity being true. And then it just turns out there was lots of holes in it, which I was, as I was presenting it to other people, they would say, "Oh, what about this?" And I'd be like, "Wow, you've actually got a really good point." Yeah, so I started noticing all the holes and everything, and as other people were pointing them out, I started noticing them myself because I started questioning. I was like, okay, well, I found this evidence. It looks really, really good, but let's think through it. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, this isn't actually very good evidence. So In the end, I was left with well, there has to be a God because how did the universe get here? It couldn't come from nothing. And then I learned about virtual particles, and I was like, huh, we don't need God. So, because yeah, I don't know if you know, but we've created a void by sucking everything out, and by doing so, we create virtual particles. So basically, the absence of anything ends up forcing something to come into existence. And I thought, well, if we didn't have anything at all, kind of explains why there's a universe. There'd be infinitely nothing, and then now there's, infinitely everything. Just kind of physics as I learned to understand it.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
That's cool.
Nice fold, Justin.
thanks. That was a moment of clarity, a rare moment of clarity. Yeah.
And Erica, you saved some money on that fold.
What was that?
You saved some money on your fold.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be like backseat.
Hmm.
Hindsight explaining.
Yeah, Erica, your hair looks extra blue today.
Oh yeah.
It's different lighting.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think you need a bigger bottle, Andy.
So we got two musicians in the house, Erica and David.
I would consider myself adjacent to musicians.
Yeah. I don't do music anymore for a living, but I definitely have played music most of my life.
I'm an avid listener.
There you go.
I moonlight as a DJ.
Who said that?
For real?
Nicholas?
Yeah.
Nice.
You really, DJ? You
Do
make
you do
people dance?
Do you do drugs too?
No
Oh.
drugs. I did it a couple times, but not like a lot.
This is-
Total random. But yeah. Weddings, house parties, the Ohio rave scene for a little bit. I had kids, so but I still like to do it from time to time.
Yeah, you gotta let yourself be free and break out from the parental role from time to time.
Yep. Just be responsible about it.
I went to a wedding where the
Stick to
DJ
heroin.
was like awesome, and I went over and looked at his setup,
wasn't
and it
gonna
was
go there.
all just a single iPad.
All you need is a single iPad to be a DJ?
Apparently,
Yeah, if it's got enough RAM on it, it can handle the software.
Ooh, flopped it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew I was going to get beat on that full house. I knew it. I did that.
I'm assuming you had a 10 as well, Erica?
Yeah.
I don't
And
like
you got
this
to brush
character.
up on your frisbee game because we're gonna go play disc golf. I know some beautiful courses in San Francisco.
So are you able to get like a Thursday and a Friday, or would it just be a Friday?
Yeah, I could probably send it given enough time. Just calling sick. I have like 80 hours of COVID time.
Yeah, I mean, like if I could do,
I got to use it up.
if I could do like Thursday night through Sunday morning, would that be too imposing? Or what do you think best, honestly?
It would be imposing, but it wouldn't be too imposing.
I'm a good house guest.
Are you party
Doug,
trained?
Doug, don't you feel good you brought two people together?
I'll let you know after you leave Aaron's house.
Yeah, I'll tell.
I'm gonna
Tell you
leave
the
his
lowdown.
I'm gonna leave his house in a body bag. Yeah, that's fine. It's I mean, honestly, Friday, Saturday, Sunday's fine too. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I gotta work on my frolf, as they call it.
Yep.
pretty big in Michigan, actually. I'm surprised I haven't played. Are we going to be staying up late with some deep existential type of conversations?
I have a strict bedtime.
Yeah, me too. I'm in bed. I should have been in bed like an hour ago.
Oh, all in?
I'm waiting. I want to be charitable and let Garrett play. So I'm bidding my time here. As soon as I get pocket aces, I will go all in.
Oh, boy.
And I'll call you with 6 deuce.
I'm just not getting the hands that Tux is getting right now. He's gotten 7 straight flushes, so there's nothing you can do about it.
I've had one nut flush. I've flopped a full house.
6 full houses, 3 flushes.
My first hand was pocket aces, but I was had to reload the server and I logged in just in time for it to automatically fold.
That sucks.
I did chase a couple of straights earlier hands.
These hands have been steaming piles of dung.
Yeah, I don't like that. Sorry, guest and guest.
Are we going to get up early and go for a long run on the beach like they did in Rocky?
You can if you'd like.
Okay.
You do live close to a beach.
I'd pay money if you guys made a video of you two running on the beach holding hands.
That better be your opener. You better open with that if me and him do a run on the beach.
Yeah, then I'll say I'm bringing people together.
Yeah, look at who the PineCreek channels bring it together. People from across the country are now hanging out on the beach because of my channel.
Nothing but a bunch of rapists and baby eaters.
But look at the purity in Andy and Aaron as they trot along the beach.
Well, that sounds a little bit racist. Too pale.
For some reason,
too pale to be talking about purity.
For some reason, I've got the song from Herman's Hermits.
It sounds like a 1970s thing.
That's before my time.
Yeah, it's like an 80s. It's like an 80s song, and it's the song from Naked Gun when they're basically falling in love.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember exactly the song, but
I know what you're talking about.
If we end up being out of chips, can we buy back in, or what's the deal there?
Yes.
Yeah, but Garrett and Nicholas in the spectators lounge get to come in first. So there's an incentive for you not to go broke here, if you want to keep, because it'll be a while before you get back in. But yes, you can buy back in.
Just the opposite. There's an incentive for you to get out.
I'm just bidding my time until I get my pocket aces, and then someone will have to call me.
I see the green buttons, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just keep pressing those.
Green is good.
If I put wax in this thing, I can do a twizzle.
You need to gain a few pounds to get that Ron Burgundy look.
Just a few, not much, maybe 20 pounds. That's easy. You can do that in a weekend.
Aaron, am I flying into LAX? Is that where it is?
No, Oakland.
Ooh, I'm glad I asked. I'm actually going to start looking pretty soon to see what the flights are at.
Oakland or SF, either one. Oakland's less of a hassle.
No, I don't have to walk to your house, do I?
No.
Okay.
Did you see what I folded there, Garrett and Nicholas?
Garrett and Nicholas, are you seeing the shit I'm getting dealt?
I didn't see it, Doug. Sorry, I was distracted.
Is my white noise better?
I don't hear it. You're fine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. My basement is just too many rooms.
Alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
big
God.
pot.
Big pot.
So my colonoscopy went well. Thanks for asking.
Excellent.
Did
I had
they
one of
knock you
those.
out, or they just give you a sedative?
No, they knocked me out. They gave me propofol.
Oh, so you couldn't feel the release?
No, I was out.
Damn. Damn it.
I just recently had a tumor removed from my bladder. So
Wow.
the unspeakables seems like a colonoscopy is a little bit more gentle
Yeah.
because they,
No, I
Oh,
quite
you
enjoyed it.
You had to go up the hole, the pee hole.
yeah, I went up the pee hole.
Ugh.
All the entire
Oh.
surgery was through the pee hole.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
even Erica's cringing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be painful for women too.
Me pee too.
What?
Yeah, she pees. She pees also.
Women pee too.
Yeah, they also have pee holes.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I always pee sitting down.
That's safe. That's safe, I suppose.
Any other
Just say
fellow,
I do a little bit more now than I used to.
any other fellow kidney stoners in the house?
Maybe.
About 3 years ago, I had one.
I've had two.
I'm a truck driver. I was 2 states over from my home also when it happened.
Doug, what do you have, Doug? What do you have?
My second one, after I had left the hospital for the first time, I had to drive back at 2 a.m. I almost passed out at the wheel. It was scary.
Yeah, they couldn't get it
Oh.
right away.
He's got
They
King
had
Jack.
to
He's got
put
King
a
Jack.
stint in.
Nailed it. Better bet big, Doug.
Did they have to like break yours up, or were they able to pull it out, or did you have to pass it?
No, they had to break it up. They put a stent in, like a hose, to help it get further down because it was too high up for them to do anything. And then, yeah, about 3 weeks later, I went in and they did the pulse, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the pulse wave thing, break it up.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm push. Shit.
If you ever want to look up something gross, look up the world's largest recorded kidney stone.
You would have hit your straight.
Yep.
It's like a dinosaur.
Oh, I had queen high. Queen.
Oh,
king,
no.
Never mind the drunk guy.
You had king queen.
I did not have king queen.
Okay.
I had queen jack.
Now I'm curious. I gotta look up how large this thing was.
I blame Aaron for.
It
bringing
sure
up his
seems like I've seen the
mustache
picture.
wax to get this conversation going.
Well, how did the mustache wax lead to a colonoscopy? No, I just brought it up out of the
Yeah,
blue.
you just.
Well, I thought like Aaron's comment was just out of the blue, and I thought you were just trying to follow suit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So in a
Must
way, he
be-
did start it.
Have I got a little lubrication for you?
So the world's largest kidney stone removed is 17 centimeters. Mine
Wow.
was 5 millimeters.
That's about 7 inches for the Americans.
The average
Oh.
ones are like in millimeters.
I don't even know. They didn't tell me. I didn't ask.
They're typically like 3, 4, 5, 6 millimeters. That's the average one.
Doug, I got real close to get my wife to get on the stream today. She's still a Christian, but I just couldn't get her to do it.
Oh. She listened to the whole thing?
Part of it while you were talking to the first caller, she listened to some of it. That's the first time she's ever heard you.
Did she get mad at me?
No. I don't think so. Obviously, because you were talking to a Muslim.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. You should have raised me, Tux.
I hit the river. Yeah, but that flush draw is.
Tux is running just absolutely batshit right now. This is crazy.
Just wait till the last hour.
That's right.
I'll get all my
How
money
many
back.
people? How many people
Yeah,
here have
the-
got partners
Just a
that are still in
drop
their
in
religions?
the bucket, as they say, or whatever you say.
What did you say, Matt?
How many people here are either still in their religion or have partners still in them?
I have my wife
Partner.
is a Christian.
I'm married to a
my wife
Catholic
as well.
family, but not a very practicing one. Easter and Christmas, Catholic family.
Andy, of course, isn't married.
Of course.
You asshole.
Oh, look at that.
God,
That is the sexiest flop I've ever seen.
you're such a dick.
My wife is a
Sorry.
Sunday school
God.
teacher.
Of course.
Sorry, Andy. That was a little, even for my standards, that was a little cruel. I apologize.
That's fine.
I know as an atheist, you will forgive me.
Doug, do you ever think you're gonna? I don't know if you're trying to convince your wife, but do you think your wife's ever gonna leave religion?
No. She loves the community aspect of it, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, the community's hard to replace.
She doesn't play
You
poker.
made a comment on one of your videos not that long ago about the secular movement is not prepared to take the responsibilities to society as religion has. But let me tell you, there is a hospital that I pass every time I go on this road trip that the statue right outside the hospital that has a hanging Jesus on a cross is disgusting and vile, and I would love to see the day that is replaced with nothing in the secular world, and that secular world is able to take on the charities of medical care.
Yeah.
It's really
What
strange in
about
America,
art?
you guys having all the like how religious the country is over there. Like over here, we have religious politicians, and 60% of our Senate goes to the same church. But as far as actual policies go and everything, we're highly unreligious throughout the rest of the country. So,
How do you guys think art would be affected without like some sort of sense of the divine?
should probably be better.
I think nowadays there would be not much of an effect. Back in the olden days, yeah, but now we get art
it
from
was
Star
affected
Wars.
back in the olden days because everything was commissioned by the church because the church had all the money.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily that the artist had this, sensus divinitatis. It was the money was coming from the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Well,
within European
even-
history, though.
But even now, with art still the major themes of art are still like abstract ideas that are spiritually charged, right? Is that not true?
Well, yeah, you can explore spirituality without religion, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting late, boys.
Oh,
Do it,
do
Andy.
it. I
Do
dare
it.
you. I fucking dare you.
God damn.
Okay, so I shouldn't even bother calling about it.
You gotta wait.
You have
little bit
pocket aces,
longer.
dude?
I fucking dare you.
Jax, you got Jax, Andy.
Oh, I want to get one of these other guys in too. All right, let's go, buddy.
Oh, come on.
You got pocket aces, don't you? Shit.
Yeah, I got nothing to root for here.
Damn it.
Is it Kings versus Aces? Gonna run a choice, gentlemen.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Kings versus Ace Jack. Okay, you got
An
outs, Aaron.
overcard and a
Interesting.
Oh, now you need a
ooh,
That's
King.
not king.
You
It's
need,
not king.
Jack
Yes.
or king?
Are you running it
King is
twice?
also the-
a king. I'll tell you.
Ah!
Oh,
Wow.
damn. Wow.
Well,
Oh,
Good job,
I'll be
man.
back in an hour.
Sorry, dude. Can I still come to California, or am I not invited?
Okay, Garrett, you're in next.
he's gone.
Oh shit! I thought you had pocket aces for sure.
I had a 7-2, which was I was not gonna do it.
All right, I'll cover our disc golf game.
Don't feel bad about it. Just bringing it up.
Anybody watching Ted Lasso?
Negative.
I didn't quite hear that. Watching
He,
who?
he looks
Ted
too much
Lasso.
like me.
He kind of does. It's a good show. Good feel good show.
My brother used to tell me I looked a lot like Mr. Bean.
Nice hand.
I thought you were going to raise me there, Doug.
No. I'm not from Delhart,
Ipanema?
Texas.
My kids and I watched that What If Marvel cartoon. I
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
saw
really.
that.
I thought it was really good.
On Disney
Yeah, it's
Plus.
cool.
I was considering watching that.
Which one did you watch with them?
The first one, the Captain Britannia or whatever. Yeah,
Captain Carter.
Britain.
yeah.
Captain Carter.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The this week's was, I think, better than last week's.
Like the one coming
Well-
out in 2 days, or
With the Black Panther.
oh no, it's tonight, right? Is it tonight?
No, but sorry. The second one and third and this week's were better than the first one.
Okay, well, I thought the first one was really well done. I was impressed. I didn't think I was going to be into it because I think Marvel's kind of like overdone.
This is my opinion.
I'm watching Mandalorian through the second time.
Oh, so good.
And
Don't give me spoilers. I haven't seen the second one. The second.
and then the Muppet Show, because when I was a kid, I loved the Muppet Show, but due to daylight savings time, I missed a good portion of them because I had to go to church on Sunday night.
Oh.
And depending on what time of year and what time the broadcast was, we'd have to leave right about the time I was coming on to go to church.
You gotta tape it on the VCR.
Well, in 1977, there was no such thing as a VCR.
Really old.
And that's when I fell in love with the show. I believe I was about 7.
When did Blockbuster come out?
80,
Mid 80s.
85
Early
or
80s?
86 probably.
Did we talk about this at one of these tables before? I feel like we did. Maybe
I
I'm
heard they're rebooting Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Really?
good luck.
Out of here.
What are you gonna put the thing in the thing with?
Well, there's been several documentaries. There's been a Netflix documentary, and then there's been a documentary about the last Blockbuster.
Wasn't it in Oregon?
It's in either Washington or Oregon, one of the two.
Yeah.
I can't remember which. There were 3 that were hanging on in Alaska because they just don't have very good internet for Netflix to take over, and they just closed those about a year or something ago.
Freaking
And-
Family Video was hanging on like grim death over here. Our last one just closed like a few weeks ago. Actually, I don't know how they were staying in business.
They probably had a small room in the back with old man porn flicks.
Yep.
Yep. You ever go to those Blockbuster and you have those saloon doors open? I'd be like, I know that guy. He's in the 18 and over section. Don't look at me. Don't look, Andy. I don't see you. Don't go back.
We had the beads, the beaded like
the bead,
hippie
yeah.
gate. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't rewind your 2 videos. That'll be $92. Oh, shit.
I could see it working for like people around where I am, wanting to rent like game systems or nostalgic game systems for small amounts of time to play games and relive
I
it.
guess
that could
if you
be
home.
interesting.
if you don't know how to emulate, I
Yeah.
guess you can do that.
But
Pretty easy
I
to
worked
emulate.
at Blockbuster in college, and it was like the greatest job I ever had.
Was there anything more annoying than finishing a movie than having to sit there for 30 minutes while you rewound it?
No.
Betamax is
You
faster.
can just turn the tape upside down.
Laser disc.
Yeah, turn the tape upside down.
I kind of enjoy, like, my wife and I would go for walks to the nearest Blockbuster, pick up a movie, pick up some ice cream on the way home, and then walk home and then watch a movie. You can't do that nowadays. Like, it's just
There's no prep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
there's no prep.
instant gratification.
yeah,
Yeah.
no foreplay left in movies.
Yeah.
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 The foreplay.
Only
Like,
five
it's only
play.
like leaked spoilers and like the teaser trailers. That's like the foreplay now.
There's an Alamo Draft House here in Los Angeles. I went a few days ago. Saw Free Guy. It was horrible, but I love the service there at Draft House. You can like get your ticket and food all ahead of time, and when you get there, it's like all ready. I got a pizza, popcorn. It's really nice.
I didn't know there was one in
You can
LA.
order at the chair too, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reed, I
Where-
like Free
where
Guy.
in LA is it?
you'd like.
Reed, was it my imagination or did you have a beard?
Who?
You
He's Canadian. Ron Reynolds is Canadian.
Did you shave?
Who? What are you asking?
Reed. I'm asking Reed.
Yeah, sure.
He's not wearing a ball cap.
Oh, okay.
Reed's kind of got a soothing voice, kind of like Sam Harris.
And he's facing
Yeah.
the camera. Normally he's facing
No.
you see like a side profile.
Well, just the top of his nose.
Yeah.
I got a teleprompter set up, so I'm looking at my iPad through a teleprompter thing.
You're
And I
reading
finally-
these lines?
He's a robot.
Just so I can have a
Relax.
second display that I can look directly into the camera.
I have a MacBook. Unfortunately, the new M1's not too bad, but yeah, I have a external massive monitor up the back, and the lid remains closed unless I'm playing poker, which is this one occasion.
I also have one of the new M1 Airbook. I like it a lot. I replaced the best machine I ever had was a 2013 MacBook Pro, and I was sad to see it go, but like it finally died. But that was a great machine.
Yeah, I still have one of those actually. I got it right here.
Yes, I agree.
I still have it. I still use it from time to time for certain things. And as long as it's plugged in, the battery is gone to the other side of the rainbow.
Yeah,
It works for about 15 minutes.
yeah.
What should work for about 2.5 hours is now about 15 minutes. And we had some thunderstorms, and we're having lightning storms right now in the Chicago area. And I think my battery got zapped earlier this week on the replacement for that one, and it now no longer gives you that heads up. Hey, I'm going to die. Need to plug me in. It just shuts off now.
Mine was my battery in the last one I traded in was exploding a little bit. It was a little puffy.
Oh yeah.
So
My Mac Black battery did that. I still have the Mac Black somewhere. I don't know where exactly, and I bought a replacement. It started to do it too, so I just stopped using it.
So it wouldn't lay perfectly flat on the desk. So whatever it touched on that little bulbous spot got hot as fuck and burned the shit out of my leg. So I had to get rid of it.
Yeah,
That's very dangerous.
That old Mac Black was synonymous for being so hot that you could have a little bit of a 1 degree burn on your leg.
1 degree burn.
It wouldn't. Yeah, it would definitely get hot.
I've actually got a mark on my leg from an old Samsung that used to the Samsung Note 4.
Spores, man.
It heated up so much it's left a mark on my leg from constantly getting too hot, which is a bit of
Once
fun.
those batteries get fat enough, they eventually just start on fire. So
It's a good argument for a fanny pack, right?
Yeah, I could probably see myself using one of those. I'm more of a kind of like Doug, pragmatic, except I probably care a little bit less about what people think of my looks than Doug does.
Doug is super
Astute.
vain.
Very astute. I'm going on it. My cousin turns 40 this weekend, and we're going on a surprise 4-day getaway to Monterey Bay at some swanky Airbnb that they paid for, or his wife paid for.
Good luck, Olin.
You got a flush, Rick?
Yeah, he does.
You can run it twice.
Doug's got 4-8.
There's like, please run it twice.
Oh,
Yeah, please run it twice. Oh,
Oh, hate to see it.
What is the run it twice
Hey!
thing? I'm not familiar with
good
it.
hand.
Yeah.
I was getting bored, man. Finally.
Run the hands out twice.
Like
Oh.
what does that mean?
So if
What's the
you and
bottom?
I went all in pre-flop and we both called and let's say I had pocket fours and you had ace king and we weren't super confident, you could run it twice. So they'd run the hands out twice. Like they do the flop turn river, then flop turn river.
So
And
they
then
throw
Throw all
first
5
four.
cards twice? Okay.
It depends on where you're
Four
at.
left.
It depends on where you're at.
Yeah. Okay,
The winner of
good,
the first run out
good.
wins half
Google
of
it too.
Wait, so if you win one and the other person wins one, what
You
you
split.
split it?
You split, yeah.
Hmm.
Trust me, I had a ton of issues understanding it for a while. Then Doug hit me over the head with the answer, and I understood.
He's like, just do it.
I've never seen that done in a live poker game before.
They don't do it at
It's actually
tournaments,
relatively-
but they'll do it. Like if you watch the high roller events, they do them all. They do it all the time.
Yeah, it's relatively
Mhm.
common.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
when
only
it's a friendly game, usually not on a tournament.
I've only ever played like small games at a casino or tournaments.
Well, Rick, you took a big chunk of my stack, but I want you to know it didn't even make a dent.
Cracks me up every time.
I'm halfway to recouping my loss from last week, so we're getting there. Do I need headphones? Do I get like feedback when I speak?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
No, you sound all right.
All right.
Just a little.
Everybody
tinny.
sounds real good tonight.
Much.
Surely somebody was chasing that.
So I watched some videos on how to play the poker, and it's driving me nuts because every time I fold, it's like, oh man, I would have won that hand or a straight like this one.
It's called a
I'm going back to my
results-oriented
instincts.
thinking.
I folded on a 2-7 earlier, and it ended up being, it would have been the winning hand, which 2-7 is the worst possible hand you can get. For people who don't know that.
I can't believe I folded.
Yeah, if you get enough Pine points, Nicholas, you can spend a all expense paid weekend with me at the luxurious Tropicana Casino and Spa in Las Vegas, Sin
Did
City.
you catch that though? He said you can pay. He's not paying.
Oh, that was the flamingo.
I caught that.
No, it's always been Tropicana, but they were bought out, right?
I'll make sure to contact the home office and get it sorted out.
Have you got Myron's details, or?
What's that? Is Myron what?
I asked if he had Myron's details. He said he was going to contact home office.
Oh yeah, Myron has all the details,
Cool.
Okie dokie.
but he gets things wrong, as we all know.
I always forget which Myron to
Ball
call.
starts.
Aaron, I'm gonna look up a celebrity. If you guess it, I will leave and you can take my spot. The age.
What?
The age. You up for it, buddy? Want to do the celebrity game?
Jeez.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, send it.
All right, hold on. You don't get my chips. I'm just gonna leave and you can have my spot. And you can't look it up.
You already got my chips. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. Who do we want to do? Let's think about a celebrity. Someone throw a celebrity at me.
Demi Moore. I'm gonna Google it, dude. This is
I
the
almost
easiest
said
game
Bruce
ever.
Willis.
All right, you have to answer in 2
Funny
seconds
enough.
or 5 seconds. Ready? Tom Hanks.
Oh, 67.
65.
That's not bad.
Sorry, buddy. It's always a fun game to play. It's a crowd pleaser.
I got a good laugh out of Doug last week when I said you two are kind of cute at this age. I think I'm reminiscing about that one again.
Don't take a shit on our friendship, okay?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Wait, you talking about me?
Yeah, he's a smarmy
Oh,
bald man. He's a smarmy bald man right now.
Right over my head.
Get in, Cage.
The sign of a bluffing man.
I'm short stacked.
Dog, what should I do?
So what happens? What happens when Doug goes in the queue? Does he have to like wait like normal people, or does he have like God status?
No, I gotta wait like normal people.
Do run it twice so you can show. Anyway.
Oh, you would have won.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, bad fold, Andy.
Do you have me beat on the flop at least?
Oh yeah.
I figured.
Reed, I was watching that review video with
Yep.
the COVID guy.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah. That was something.
Yeah, give us a short little
I was glad to see Matt there. Yeah, the summary was there was this Jesus loving dude who started off claiming lots of different things about COVID and kind of like steamrolled. It seemed like he steamrolled Reed in like the conversation, and I felt like he was just overwhelmed you with too many claims. Then there wasn't any room for you to get grab onto something.
I know. I tried to ask a question and it would just not connect at all. And you would just go on another tangent.
I had a friend recently post a meme on Instagram that said the people who are proclaiming that they are not sheep, wouldn't it be nice if they stopped taking animal medications, you think?
I reposted that one too.
I'm not convinced that there's no effect of ivermectin. I think it's weird though, because there's a demonstrable effect for the vaccine.
Ace Queen, Garrett. That's all you had?
Yep.
Naughty.
Some guy asked me the other day. It was yesterday. He's all, "Hey, you got a vaccine?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Which one did you get?" "I got J&J." "Oh, that's some third world shit." Like, I started laughing.
Ooh, nice, Andy.
Did not beat that.
I'm probably going to be controversial at this table then. The vaccine is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Of course it is. That's why I ran out and got it right away.
Yeah. Need that double money. Pays it to you once you get it.
Caused me to lose all my hair.
Doug's gonna go rouse up Satan to show us all the markings. We get to choose now.
Actually, the second vaccine, I felt so sick after it. Like I was in bed all day.
I felt bad after the second day for about 4 hours. I felt bad.
So I'm a weird case. I felt like on the first shot, I felt like I'd had a couple beers at lunch. And the second shot, I felt like I'd had a couple beers at lunch.
Are you sure you're just not drinking beers at lunch?
Yeah, how would you know? How would you know what that feels like?
I drink beers at lunch. Except that time I got shots.
That is weird.
You guys ever had kombucha before? The stuff that's got a little alcohol in it.
Oh yeah, the hard
had
kombucha. Yeah, it's fun.
I had it at work
I like
one
it.
day, and I got I chugged 2 of them. I felt like I was bombed. I'm like, I gotta go home. Like, what the hell am I drinking?
Lots of sugar in them. That's probably why.
I think I took a nap in my office.
Yeah, being in the car business, I've got a boss that doesn't care.
Yeah, speaking of naps, I took a nap during that conversation Doug had with the Muslim guy today.
Oh yeah, that was exciting.
Put me to sleep.
Aaron, look at this. Look at this.
He was also good at avoiding questions.
Aaron, look at my
Omar?
setup right now. Isn't that scary?
What?
Look at my area. Isn't that scary?
What area?
Oh, 9. It's like the inverse of 666. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's funny.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I thought you were making a Herman Cain joke.
No.
Oh, nice.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it in a minute.
There's an entire subreddit called the Herman Cain Award.
Is everybody a slow smile? Was that Herman Cain or was that someone else I'm thinking of?
Herman Cain was the black brain surgeon.
Yeah.
No, he's not a brain surgeon. He's the
Heart surgeon, maybe.
He owned.
He was a
he owned
pizza
Caesar, Little Caesars.
Whatever.
What?
Something.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like
he owned
a.
Little
I thought he was
Caesars.
a doctor.
No,
No,
you're
thinking of Ben Carson.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Little Caesars. Mike Illich or the Illich family owns Caesars.
But Herman Cain was.
It's a pizza.
I think he died
Maybe it
of
was
COVID.
Domino's. It's
Yeah,
one
Little
of the pizza
Caesars
places.
is Illich, man. That's Detroit, baby.
Yeah, it was one of the pizza
It
places.
was Godfather's Pizza.
Godfather's.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
I was way off.
Yeah, Mike Illich.
Did anyone else study Ben Carson in school? Or was it
Studying?
just my religious upbringing? I went to a religious school in a.
Oh, he was definitely adored. He was adored in my circle when I was growing up, for sure.
Yeah.
He also managed 400 Burger King stores in Philadelphia.
And was like
Herman Cain did?
Herman Cain, yes. I just looked it up.
I think he died of COVID last year.
He did. He got COVID last June at a Trump rally in Oklahoma.
And that's why there's a subreddit
July
called
30th.
Cain Award.
That's why there's a Herman Cain Award. So it's like the Darwin
Yeah,
Award. But
those have been popping up left and right the last couple of weeks. Those
Herman
stories.
Cain is dead?
yeah.
Yeah, last year he
Yeah.
died after going to a Trump rally.
Sorry.
Yeah, you probably have a better club than I do. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, look at that. Sexy little nut.
Ooh, nice, Erica.
One win, but it was a good one.
Aaron, I had 999 and my hand was pocket nines.
Whoa, that's hella nines, bro.
I know.
Oh,
All right. After this hand, I will jump out so one of these fine folks can come in.
That's guess number 1. I'm not a guest.
Of Aaron shit.
So how do we go about getting winnings if we end up with winning?
Don't you worry about it. Reed will
Yeah,
funnel
don't
it
even
right
ask.
up your butthole.
yeah, Reed will send it right back. Whatever you
All right.
leave with. Raise this,
So
Garrett.
was Francis Crick the guy, the Christian who was like Waterfall and like the double helix?
Francis Collins.
Collins, okay, Francis Collins. So Matt, to your point earlier, like Francis Collins and Ben Carson were on the same page, same level of adoration in the group of people that I was surrounding myself with. Those are like the only 2 people they could latch on to with any credibility in like the scientific realm. So that's why I think they.
Wow.
But if you think about it, there's slim pickings when it comes to like evangelical Holy Spirit people in the science world.
You people and your jacks. You think I can call that? Get out of here. I would like to, but
Doug, who did you latch on to? Who are you? Who's your?
My
who's
mother's
your...
breast.
Yum.
What are you thinking about it? Oh, Eric is the one thinking.
Yeah.
3 jacks.
wow. I
Would have never
figured.
guessed.
Did you guys make anything?
I folded.
Oh, Justin had a jack as well.
All right.
It's
Last
crazy.
hand for me, and then I
That
will.
was a nice
made,
chop.
I was making sure it was statistically impossible. You didn't have something better.
Nice job. You did it.
I think we all got about eight points each from that one.
And I'm on
Welcome,
3 too, so I got-
welcome, Ethan. As you can see, it's a full table tonight.
I feel like 2 or 3 more, we could start a dual table.
Yeah, when are we doing that tournament thingy?
Well, as soon as Poker Now makes it,
Yeah.
they're not.
They're still
Not ready yet,
developing
right?
it. They're still developing it. Yeah.
Is there another service that does it?
Yeah, we could do GG Poker, like a site like that.
I mean,
But
it's
then you
not
have to pay.
that much.
Then you have to pay $49.95 a month or something.
Mm.
I predict this will be cost money in the future too. Once they get enough people and. But so far, we're going to ride this while it's free.
Yeah.
I did not mean to bet 2, but
Yeah,
That's what
that
she
one
said,
time
right?
I bet 2 when I had a monster. Eric had been betting 20, and I meant to bet 20. I went on 2.
I hope you cats don't have a full boat.
Oh,
now I'm glad I bet 2.
we could have 2 spots open here soon.
What, do you want me to look at you? I don't.
Ooh, Doug's gonna go in.
No,
Doug's
no,
going
no.
in.
My cards are gone.
Oh,
I'm just saying if Reed would have gone in and Andy wins, and if Andy leaves, we'd have 2
Yeah.
spots.
This is my last hand, officially.
Nice.
Had the
you
flush.
Nut flush. Well done.
All right, I will get out so someone else can come on in.
take
Okay,
my
I think-
money and run, you
All right.
son of a bitch.
Do I have to sign out? Or can I just exit out the window?
So Nicholas is you're in
Just hit leave seat.
Where is that?
top left.
Or I can boot you.
Got it. All right.
Take care. Thanks for coming.
See you guys. Yeah,
Hi, Andy.
See you later, Eddie. Nice to meet you.
I think it worked. Did I leave?
Get the fuck out of here.
I left.
Yeah, I think you're gone.
It's a good
No,
thing you're
I'm
handsome,
going
Andy.
in.
Because
Leave seat. Confirm.
It is harder than it looks.
There, now I did it, Andy.
All right.
It says you're quitting.
All right. See ya.
It should be available next hand.
yeah,
Who's
so
up
Nicholas will be next.
All right.
Did you send Reed some money, Nicholas?
I did.
Okay. So just whatever you send him times 10, and that's what you will type in when you enter. Oh, you've been here before. You know how it's done.
Reed, you need to start an ASMR channel. Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
read a dictionary or something.
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
Cake recipes.
All righty.
It's too much for me. Your voice, Reed.
What kind of ASMR should he do, Erica?
Doesn't matter. He could literally read anything.
there's people on Twitch that just sit there and like talk about life and just like whisper into the mic.
Yeah.
And
I
then the
can't-
ASMR.
I can't stand it, actually.
The ASMR directory on Twitch is like the highest, the most populous directory besides like games.
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
actually
weird.
hate ASMR, but I would listen to read anything.
The wispy, whispery voices, like they like crinkle shit in the background sometimes. That bothers me.
Cake, make a cake, damn it.
I like the zit popping videos.
Oh,
I'm into those. I'm into those too.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones where they
Because
pull
me and
worms
Aaron-
out of people.
Come on, you guys like them too. Admit it.
Yeah, you can't look away.
Flipping and pulling out worms.
My wife tries to show me those, and I'm. No,
Oh, I
thanks.
love them. Oh, I love it.
there's no way. There's no way I can win this hand. There's just no way. Fuck! You gotta be kidding me.
There are threes.
Pair of threes wins it. What did you have, Tux?
Raising, David.
I had a 3.
It was-
I had a
it was
3.
Small enough
Oh,
raise, I was
kicker
like,
played.
screw it, I'll call.
Yeah, maybe. No, the kicker wasn't highlighted. The board was highlighted.
Okay, pick your seat, Nicholas.
Okay, so
Just like a forward, you got
I
a
sent
choice out of
20,
one.
So I do
You put in
what?
200.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Cool.
There you are.
Yay.
All right, who am I rooting for? I'm gonna root for
Me.
Doug. Doug,
Yeah,
yeah.
you want me to go all in and lose.
Doug, you had made a mention in your live stream earlier today that you were rooting for something. I can't remember what.
Fun, probably.
Yes, all rooting for fun.
I don't remember that.
I can look up the
Baby,
transcript
whichever.
under the word rooting.
Yeah, you were rooting for something. I can't remember what it was.
Well, the transcript's not up yet. I don't know what happened to my mic in the middle of the live stream.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, really soft. And then I took a nap because I didn't want to get up and turn my mic.
And then it came back a little bolder.
Yeah, you know what I did is I just pressed the little cord to make sure it was tight in the bottom. I need a new mic, I guess.
Yeah. There's just no pot odds on this one, Erica.
Two per.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a nice fold. Nice hand, Erica.
Thank you.
Besides Aaron, Reed and I are the big losers tonight. Or Reed and I.
Yeah.
Besides Aaron.
I think you're supposed to say me and Reed.
Yeah, I'm on a 2-day losing streak.
Well, the weeks you won, maybe it was just luck.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah, I'm open to evidence.
I'm open to the idea I suck at poker.
I'll pay to see what you got.
There you go.
Yeah,
Wow.
good hand.
Raise 8. Nice.
That's similar to what.
An hour later, I'm right back where I started.
You're doing great.
That's actually pretty decent.
The entertainment value.
Oh, the entertainment is always worth it.
So, Reed and Doug, you remember how I was telling you about that a transaction. I was
Oh
planning
yeah,
on. Yeah. Well, I got it, and I think I got too much because now I need to start I think I need to start selling it because it's like there's no way in hell I'm going to start. I cannot finish all this. At least for breaking even. I don't want to profit. I just kind of want to be like a shaman, right? But
You know that's illegal,
weekend,
right?
This
You
weekend
buy and sell.
This weekend, what I didn't say anything about narcotics. What are you talking about? So this weekend, I don't think it would be a good time to do it for the first time. If you know what I mean? So that I was planning on it, but now I'm getting cold feet.
MDMA. Not MDMA. DMT.
Was that shrooms?
We are on YouTube, by the way.
I think Garrett is the closest to what is happening.
We're not allowed to discuss
We had a boat.
illegal shit, I guess.
Good thing I checked.
Yeah, after I got this giant garbage bag full of shit, I was like, I went to Google how to widely distribute illegal drugs. That's what I Googled.
It took you to Yahoo Answers.
Yeah. No, it was Reddit. They took me to Reddit.
There you
go. Reddit knows.
Did it get weird? Did I make it weird?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
We're all just paying 2 chips at a time to see the last card.
This is so weird.
Everyone, pair of 8s.
What? I won that?
You won that.
That worked.
That hand was a prime example. If I had more chips, I would have bluffed at it because everybody was just so incredibly weak.
The Veek.
The Veek.
They're weak.
Veek.
Go in the room and cry for 2 hours.
I told my kid
2 hours.
I told my kid to do that today. It's like, hey, if you're sad, just go in your room and cry for 10 minutes.
Excellent. Did he do it?
No, he kind of chuckled. He's like, all right, I'll get over it. He's like, he realized I was joking and it wasn't serious, but.
Oh. Because when I tell my kids that, I'm not joking.
He was just whining. He was just being a whining he was whining. I was like,
yeah, I hate whiny people.
I'd probably be like, yeah, go work it out yourself in your room.
My daughter would once in a while have like anger fits, and I would just tell her to punch pillows as hard as she could. I'd hold them up and.
Ooh, nice. That's good, Dad.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And one time she missed and hit me right in the gonads.
Oh. Damn it. It's a good thing you already had 2 of them at that point. That would have probably put a permanent kibosh on your ability to have kids, huh?
Yeah, that's why our second child was a test tube baby.
Weren't they both?
Yeah, no, they were both.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of our conversation a couple months ago, by the way, when I was on your live stream. And you made the comment about it's just not fair that kids in the back of Chevys just crank them out. I came across a trailer by Mike Judge called Idiot Idiocracy or something like that.
Idiocracy. It's the best movie ever. Watch it.
I mean to tell you, the opening scene on that thing is kids in Chevys having cranking out kids, and the smart couple pretty much goes extinct.
Oh, it's so prescient.
Hilarious.
You need to watch it.
I was an extra in that movie.
Who's the
Nice.
next?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, very nice.
What's the? Do you know the timestamp?
You can just find. There's. You know what? I'll.
Not you, Tux.
No,
You-
Ethan was in the movie, Tux.
Yeah.
No, I was.
What's the time?
Justin
Like, what
was.
approximately where in the movie are you?
It's like when he's getting
Oh, Justin was. Sorry.
when he was arrested and he's like processed into the jail, like I'm directly behind him on like an escalator in one scene, and then like right next to him and when he's like taking a test in the next scene.
That's so cool.
How did you get that job?
I I literally answered a casting call through my church that was for like average looking people. I was like 17 at the time and I was very average looking.
Wow, that's awesome.
I had like a terrible like bowl cut and like a clean face and just looked like an absolute goober.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
And but Mike Judge actually like picked me out of a lineup to like audition for like a featured extra part, and then he picked somebody else, but I was like one person away, and that's
Damn it.
I'm seeing if I can find it right now.
It was.
It's free on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Is it really? That's cool.
I think you can only see my face in
It's
the
a fantastic movie.
in like one really fast shot where he's like on the escalator thing.
Huh.
But I saved Luke Wilson's mic from falling because his like little lavalier mic was falling out the back of his pants.
You grabbed his ass?
Well, I kind of just tapped him on the shoulder and said,
Oh, okay. I would have grabbed his ass, I think. I was a 17-year-old kid.
I was a sheltered Christian boy. I wasn't going to do anything like that.
I'm just saying that in retrospect.
Yeah, I wish I would have been that confident.
Speaking of being a Christian, sheltered Christian child, I saw Doug singing in a church choir the other day.
Yeah, I got that on my channel.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You were alive with Jesus. Satan know about this?
Wait. You said a choir, or did you see me?
You were singing at the front of the church in front of all these old.
Yeah, it was a quartet, right?
Yeah. It could have been, yeah.
Yeah, that was my sister, my wife, and my brother-in-law
Oh wow.
singing for my granny's birthday party.
What are the names you guys use for your grandparents? I use grandma and grandpa, which is kind of white bread. But did you use granny, Doug?
Yeah, granny and grandma for each side.
I used for her dad, Opa.
Yeah, my kids use that for my kids' parents. Yeah, Oma and Opa.
Mom's side
Nana and
was
Grandpa.
Meemaw and Pawpaw. Dad's side.
Stop it.
Yep. Dad's side
Really?
was Nana and Poppy.
That sounds like a stereotype. Meemaw, pow pow.
That's right. I'm in Arkansas.
Mine was Nana and Papadon.
That's too many syllables for a little kid.
My grandmother apparently traveled to Hawaii and found out that they called their grandmothers Tutu, and so she decided that's what she wanted us to call her.
That's fun.
Tutu.
Yeah.
Speaking of tutu, it was a coworker's birthday today, and the Santa Claus looking guy wearing a pink outfit and a tutu walked in, sang this hilarious sequence of songs, and then sang happy birthday.
Who paid for that?
Coworker's husband.
Wow.
Meanwhile, it's my 14th anniversary since I've met Mrs. Tux. And she sent me a nice little thing of cupcakes that are divine. They are probably ordained by Satan. They are so sinful.
Is this like a stream of consciousness you got going on right now? How did they connect? So they got the
let's just
tutu,
say-
you got
let's
Santa
just say
Claus,
there was
a
a
tutu,
birthday.
and cupcakes.
Yeah, there was a birthday and it was wild, and then there were cupcakes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and let's
Makes
just
sense
say there
now.
was a carcass left over, and the buzzards were going, "Where's ours?"
And it wasn't the cupcakes.
Man, I was trying to find it on Instagram earlier to show the missus. I did get a photo, but there was a video that just clicked on just for a second, and I couldn't find that video. That's like the old man using his
Yeah.
grandson's iPhone.
I'm having fun. You guys are playing so tight tonight. This is ridiculous.
This is a
Well,
lot different than Sundays,
that's
isn't it?
It's because it's a full table.
Can you see the cards here?
No, I cannot.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have it this way, actually. Ignorance is bliss. Someone's got ESPN in the background going on. Whoever just muted themselves, that was it. It was
That was me.
okay.
It's on ESPN though.
No.
Ooh, nice flush.
I like your icon, by the way.
What, mine?
No, Garrett's. He's making fun of me. Because I bought a fucking
Oh.
giant garbage bag full of that.
Aaron, do you do tech stuff in San Francisco?
Say that again?
Do you work at like a tech company or?
I work at a utility company based out of the Bay Area. Yeah.
Okay.
They have unlimited money because they're like a private government complex. It's pretty awesome. So
Nice.
yeah, I don't know if I'd want to work in tech. I feel like a lot of the programs these days in college are just to teach you how to deal with tech companies, like software engineering and like not hardware engineering, but like specifically just software engineering. They just want you to. They try to get a bunch of idiot savants who know how to code to like follow the rules at a giant corporation and don't stir the pot. And that's essentially what college is.
Yeah.
That's my future. Studying to be a software developer at the moment.
Well, you're past the idiot savant phase.
Yeah, I've had my turn at running a business and a couple. Did pretty well, but unfortunately, I was still young and dumb and trusted a mate, and I got screwed out of it after we built it up to be worth a small fortune. And in the process of also leaving religion at the same time, had a bit of a crisis and took a couple of years off to just chill.
Is he still Christian?
He was not a Christian at
That's why. If you weren't a Christian when you got divorced, it would have been okay. Even.
No, I didn't get divorced. It was a.
No.
oh, you mean
You're
business
the
partnership,
company. Yeah, the business partnership. Yeah.
Yeah, could have bought a house otherwise with what that was worth, but
Hindsight's 2020.
But it was a good learning experience. So,
Or bad learning. There are bad learning experiences too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's a good learning experience if you do learn from it. So,
I do web development, but I never did like computer science degree or anything like that.
So you aesthetic or like back end stuff, or what's your? I don't know the terms for web development.
Yeah, I kind of started just like tinkering with WordPress sites and ended up doing a lot of front end stuff for a while, but I'm mostly back end at this point.
So front end is aesthetic. What's the aesthetic part?
Yeah, like the front end would be like the UI, the UX and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm a senior front end developer. So if you have questions.
So you got you do the buttons and bezels and
yeah.
noises.
I get the designs and functional specifications, and I convert them into making it actually happen for users on our website.
Cool.
Do you what like technologies do you use?
Right now, I predominantly work with Vue, React, JavaScript, and Node.
I'm currently learning all those languages at the moment.
You do Vue and React
Yep.
for the same job?
Yep.
Is it like an agency or something?
No raise,
Yeah.
Garrett.
Okay.
Yeah, we're client by client. So, like, depending
Friendly
on the
game.
client, we tailor the solution to what their hosting needs are and what the application we're trying to execute like needs.
Yeah.
I have a question about OpenAI. Have you guys heard about that project?
Yeah. I watched that demo last week.
That looks freaking rad, by the way.
OpenAI.
I think it could be pretty cool. It's kind of weird.
What is that, Tux? What are you showing us?
That's
that
the
the
pink
breeze?
Santa, pink Santa in a tutu.
I did, yeah. I didn't not believe you.
Yeah, but picture's worth 1,000 words.
If you have to
Video's
see
worth
it,
a
then we
million.
all have to see it.
That's right. If I'm thinking about it.
So what are your thoughts, Justin, about the OpenAI?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, on some level, it struck me as kind of like just a really fast version of Googling your answer. Like, because a lot of web development is like figuring out how to word your question right and searching for it on the internet and then like figuring out how somebody else did it. And it basically just takes that step out. So you still have to word your question right, but it just writes the code for you. And that seems like it could be pretty powerful, but I went into it thinking like I'm gonna watch a demo of my job becoming obsolete, and
okay, yeah, that's
thankfully
fine.
it was not that.
For me, as like somebody who's struggled with coding language, like this is like, how do I translate what I'm in my brain to put this in like a loop? Essentially, is what it comes down to. So
yeah,
I thought it was really cool.
OpenAI or GPT-3?
OpenAI.
Okay.
I think it was maybe the same guys that did the GPT-3 thing, but they had like a new product last week that they demoed.
Natural language, like learning. So it translate commands using natural language into coding language. That's essentially what it does.
So it's pretty similar to, I mean, GPT-3 seemed like it had that capability anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that. So the
kind of
OpenAI thing exposed me to it.
The beginning of that video kind of explains like why they made this new thing, but I don't remember the details of it because I never really looked at the GPT-3 thing.
Yeah, one of my friends has a bit of a play around with it, but
It seems like to be homogenizing all of the different languages, so there's no need for an expertise, which I can appreciate because it seems like there's like so many barriers for entry to like do anything. You have to like be a specific language expert to get anything done. I think it's kind of a, but at the base of it, the root of it is just essentially we're just doing loops and if then statements.
The what they demonstrated was Codex, which is just like an upgraded version of GPT-3. So it's like a descendant product.
Oh, okay. An iteration.
And they released that like GPT-3 like API, so everybody started messing around with it to do their own cool applications of it, I guess.
Just for anyone who's not a nerd like us, GPT-3 is basically a it's like an AI kind of thing where basically you just tell the computer what you want it to do, and it will do it. Like it understands it and can like it. It was developed to understand people talking.
Yeah.
They gave it like 185 billion data sets to learn how people communicate, and then basically it was able to like it can tell you a story. You can say, tell me a story about a rooster who climbed up a hill and met a bear, and it'll come up with actually a really creative story about that. Or you can say, build me a website.
Garrett, nice push off there.
Has pictures and stuff. So
thank you.
It's probably not interesting to people who aren't into tech, but for people who are into tech, it is pretty damn cool.
I thought it was cool.
Well, you can go if you want to play with GPT-2. You can go to that AI Dungeon website, and those like text-based adventure games that used to be really popular.
Yeah,
they have a version of that where the AI is constantly generating new stuff so that you can enter in whatever commands you want, and it'll try to keep a sensible story.
So that kind of is it. What's the goal for you? Always to win or for always to lose?
I don't think there's a win condition.
Okay.
I think it's just like a sandbox playground for like those text-based adventures.
That's kind of neat.
I'm just waiting for Westworld to be a reality.
Oh, I love that show. Season 3 kind of got a bit wonky, but
yeah,
I didn't like the ending. But actually, I hated the ending.
I was going to say that about season 2. I liked 1 and 3.
Really?
Yeah.
The ending was so wonky.
Yeah, it's a little out there, but the whole show's kind of out there.
They could have left it off after 1. I thought, just let a good thing die. The guy who's the guy the guy, the black guy with the glasses, and he's like the nerd.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, he does the voice
Thanks.
for What If, the Marvel series.
Yeah, I noticed
that.
that.
Recognize him right away. It's pretty cool.
He has such a distinct voice.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Action.
What's this run it twice thing? Sorry, I missed that when everyone's talking.
You can run the river twice. Okay, you need a jack.
You got me beat. I was looking for the card that
Damn it.
Good hand, Matt. So who comes in, Aaron or
Aaron's been waiting longer, so Aaron would go.
Yeah, so Aaron comes in.
All right. I'm going to get out of here, but it was fun playing with everybody.
See you, Justin.
Yeah,
Bye,
see you,
Justin.
Bye.
We'll look for you in Idiocracy.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah. He said bowl cut, right?
Yes, bowl cut. All right, see y'all.
I was half expecting to lose a hand with only having a high card, but $100 call paid off, or 100 point.
You ever have the thing where you're ordering food from like Uber Eats, and they keep pushing back your order by 10 minutes each time you open the app?
No.
Can't say I have.
Are you a Christian prophecy? Are you in a shitty neighborhood or something? Because that would explain it.
How many times per night do you hear gunfire, Ethan?
Enough to keep the rent down.
I lived in a neighborhood where I heard gunfire at least on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
And the rent prices did not go up, did they?
I told the story on air where I lived across from a cartel top 10 wanted list guy.
That's cool. To give you some street cred. Is this
And
in
I'm not
Canada or America, though?
No, that's in Tucson.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, but I think there was a murder in the house across the street.
Did it smell bad?
I heard a gunfire, and I saw a car back up right to the door, something be put in the trunk, and then it it screamed away.
Snitches get stitches. Good move, Doug.
Yeah.
Are you bailing on us, Doug?
What's that?
I said, are you bailing on us?
No, he's just trying to win a pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
My stack so low, it's either all in or fold.
I lived in a area of Chicago when I first moved to Chicago. In Rogers Park, it's an area called Jankel Jungle.
So run it twice, Matt. We can see 2 full boards, and if you win one, you get half the pot. So you can click yes.
I'll go with whatever you want to do, Doug.
Okay, hit yes.
Don't listen to Doug.
Oh, I'm ahead.
Oh, interesting.
No ace. Did you say once or twice, Matt?
I didn't click it in time.
Okay, good. Oh, no. There we go.
No.
Doubled up.
Sorry.
Doubled up. Jankel Jungle.
The Jankel Jungle.
And Reed would have doubled up probably.
And let's just say it is a very rough neighborhood. Definitely was 15 plus years ago, 20 years ago. And I would assume it still is. There was probably a murder in the area at least once a week, I'd say.
So rookie numbers.
Well, just for that neighborhood.
What you know about Vallejo, California?
Wait, Doug, how big was the bounty?
I don't know, but I was tailed by U.S. Marshals and pulled over, and they asked me to keep an eye on the house for them.
Did you get a kickback?
What's that?
Was there any kickbacks? Or like just do it for your country? What the fuck
just
was
do
that?
it. Yeah, they knew I was Canadian even.
Oh.
They had done their research on me.
Do it for your country.
Do it for Canada. You want me to bet or check, Erica? I'll check, and then if you bet, I'll raise.
Don't let him do that to you, Erica.
What do you have? You just have a 9, right? I can beat that. I can't beat that.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
I got to see a cheap river. Nice hand. I'm hearing a little bit of reverb. Not sure from who.
Oh, it can't be for me. I got headphones on.
Someone doing something with the sink.
That could be my wife. You hear it right now?
Yeah.
And then stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me.
It's hella loud, dude. She's spraying down the car or something.
You can hear that well?
It's hella loud.
I got my... Oh, I'm not using XSplit. That's why you can hear everything. Yeah, I'm not using XSplit. And I have a, what do you call it? A gateway.
Noise gate.
A threshold?
Noise gate. Yeah.
I got a pair. This is a good bet for me. Let's do 20.
Aaron, you don't want to go broke right away, do you?
I'm just betting 20. No one's going to go all in. Tux is not going to go all in.
Tux is going to raise you. And Matt's going to raise you guys.
He wants to see one more card. He doesn't have a queen. Nailed it.
King on the river's nailing it, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna believe you.
Show the queen.
Oh, I clicked it. It was too soon. They don't give you enough time to brag.
Yeah, this is a humble site.
Garrett.
All right, folks, it is bedtime. Thank you very much.
Hey, Rick, thanks for coming. Hey, and you know what? I am going to try to get a PO box so you can send me some stuff and then we can
Yeah, do that. I think, I don't know if you have a Mike. Is it Michael's out there? They'll accept the deliveries for UPS. Certain stores will take UPS deliveries, I believe. I didn't look into it, so.
I have a UPS close to where I live, so.
They should take it. Just contact me.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hopefully see you guys next week. Thank you.
Bye, Rick.
Congratulations on the win.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Your research is paying off.
Wow.
So, Ethan, you got your money sent to Reed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to start only selecting people I really, really love.
What?
I would invite your Satan buddy sitting across from you to choose for you. He will choose.
I could flip a coin.
He will choose wisely.
Do I want Aaron this week?
Yeah, it's an exposure thing. I get it. I'm one of those people who are like good once a week.
Is that what your wife said?
Nice.
Bye.
Was that 4 of a kind or 3 of a kind?
It would have been 4 of a kind if I hadn't folded.
Yeesh.
But not much to root for on a Jack 8 offsuited pre-flop.
You're still alive, Rick. Keep your clothes on. Aaron, you know I'm poor.
I want to see that red one.
Well, now I have to call.
Okay. Okay, there's one overcard.
One overcard. You know what that means, Nicholas?
Oh, okay, I got an out.
That means play it.
I got an out. You want to see? You want to see it? Don't check around. God damn it. Okay, I got it. I got it.
What do you think he has? 9s? 10s?
2 pair, fucker.
Way to get him, Nicholas.
Got him.
Got him, yeah. Give him all the pain you can.
Garrett, you no longer have the power of Jesus on your
Jesus.
emoji.
Jesus.
I do not. I was going to try to do an accent, but I didn't want to be disrespectful.
To whom?
I don't know. Anybody who has like, I'm not just like me, like mock someone else's accent.
Jesus.
Try an Aussie accent if you want.
I'm offended. How dare you?
Ooh. Wow, that's a value bet.
What's ondwelt.org?
Unterwelt, German.
Welt.
Unterwelt.
Runners.
My the Christian fellowship that I've left is called Dwell.
Dwell?
Yeah. So I am working on that.
Oh, you're undwelt. Oh, interesting.
Got it.
So that's the post that I'm currently working on.
So
Some
it looks
spelling things,
it looks super German, like Third Reich. So
yeah. Sorry. I'm working on it. One step at a time, static generator site. You know.
I just want to get ahead of Reed. Guys, let me win a few pots just to get ahead of Reed so he feels bad.
Who's got more subscribers between you and Reed?
That's a good
I think
question.
Doug does.
No, I think Reed does.
Oh yeah, I could check. I don't want to check.
Social Blade.
I love you
have-
both. I don't want to pick favorites. I love you both.
See, but it's not about subscribers. It's about views. But I have 13.6K. He has.
He's got 15.5 area.
15,
Oh.
1.
Yeah, as soon as I beat Reed in subscribers, I might quit. 15.1. But his daily views are 423 and mine are 4,000 and change, or 5,000.
Oh.
How much was his, sorry?
400 per day.
Okay.
Is
So
that
subscribe.
reading in the guest chat? Is that stream?
What?
Is that read in the guest chat?
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
This
That's yeah.
Oh,
He's
nice.
getting out
Oh,
his
really?
frozen balls.
He's got a
Making himself
Ma-
a whiskey.
Manhattan.
Oh, little Manhattan.
He lives right next to the Pantages Theater in Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
The Pantages is in Hollywood or West Hollywood?
West Hollywood, right? Reed, put your thumb up. West
What are
Hollywood.
you doing,
live, right?
Gary? What are you doing?
He muted himself. Who won this?
Seriously?
Ace High wins.
I could have won that, but I hadn't been a pussy.
I had a 9 as well. You had a 9, Tux, or trips? Was it 2 9s on the board?
I would have. Yeah, I would have had paired twice on the board.
Oh, so you had a full house.
No.
Oh,
I
2
would have
pair.
had 2 pair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have trips. But I'm a pussy.
Chicken shit.
Is that derogatory, Erica? To call myself
Oh,
a pussy? You don't care.
Kind of like if someone calls you a dick.
Yeah.
It's just genitals in general. And
Genitals in general. That's a great name for a podcast.
It is.
Holy
Genitals in general.
Garrett, you pushing me off another good hand.
Perhaps.
you start a channel called Genitals in General, and I'll have one called The General of Genitals.
It's actually hard to say. Oh, David's calling. Erica started this mess. What's she going to do, I wonder?
Wow.
She's
Well,
gonna
it
go
sounds
all-
like a
She's gonna
podcast
go
that
all
should join up every once in a while and have a 2 great taste great together.
Get one more podcast. It could be a threesome. With all those genitals.
Wow.
Okay, Garrett and David. Battle of the Hats.
Good luck. GL David.
See, David wears his hat properly. Look at those poker faces. Look at David. He's just like ice cold.
Stoic.
Yeah.
Statue.
I was actually contemplating a YouTube channel where I basically go through different ideas, and the channel I was thinking of calling it was Maybe I Am Wrong, which would then spell meow and then have a picture of a dog with a meow speech bubble.
Oh.
Which I thought would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of meta.
I've thought about doing a channel myself. I have I've already set it all up, but I just need to get a better mic. And calling it Undwelt, where I go through individual teachings from my fellowship and expose the the warm reading and cold reading tactics they use.
Sounds pretty dope.
One of the ones that now really bothers me is the warm reading style, which they've basically set it up peer perpetuated in conversation. So any new person that comes to a Christian meeting, everyone else already knows their backstory. So when the Bible teaching is presented, details come out from that Bible teaching that reflect that person's life.
That's scummy.
It's fucked up.
Want to run it twice, Matt? Hit yes. And
Not
you
really.
I remember the cold
You might want to.
done us at conventions. It was
Oh, you're dead.
Wow. Oh, no.
Nice hand.
Thank you. I like 6-7 just for that reason.
No way. You even got a higher straight on the
Oh my gosh.
on the river.
Yeah.
Well done.
What were you saying, Erica?
no, it's just like, I've been thinking about those cold reading tactics they use on us when we went to those big like youth conventions. It's like it's so obvious looking back on it. It's all manipulated.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
I did a fair bit on that sort of stuff a while ago. Like all the
Doug,
different
nice
cold
double up
reading
there.
tactics and everything.
Thanks.
Like
Yeah,
I remember they were. This one pastor was like, "I sense God is telling me somebody in this room has contemplated suicide," and I'm like, "Well, in a room of teenagers, hundreds and hundreds of teenagers, that's a pretty good bet, honestly." As sad as to say. And then when somebody like walked to the front and it was all emotional and everybody was crying and yeah.
Yeah, it's real hard to coming from it. It's like, oh wow, yeah, that actually was me to an extent. But then to realize that you've also, like for me as a small group teacher, coming to the realization that I perpetuated that kind of
Oh, absolutely.
reading and assessment of people and to draw them to something, it's hard. It's really tough.
That was something I had to work through when I was deconverting. Because I taught in different like Christian schools. I never taught in church, but I taught in like a Christian daycare and then a Christian like preparatory school.
Guilt was something I had to work through a lot because I'm a little bit of an evangelist. So there's a fair few people who are Christians now, thanks to me, and so people.
How did you do it? I'm curious. How did you evangelize? What was your strategy, your method?
Mostly, I just invited people to church, but you know, all the different cosmological arguments and stuff like that. I'd never really heard of them before, but they just kind of made sense to me. Like as in, I just kind of came up with a lot of those myself. And so I kind of used tree epistemology kind of tactics, but like asking people questions and getting them to come to those conclusions themselves. Yeah, there's.
But the church did the rest.
I got them into the church, but then when people had like questions and stuff, I'd like get them to think through the ideas of how you could come to God as the but yeah, I've been pretty good at getting people out of church as well. So
it all evens out.
Yeah, I just kind of feel bad for the people who are still in it, because one of the guys I brought into it, he's actually older than me by I don't know, probably 10, 15 years. And he was trying to convince me to be an atheist back in the day, but I ended up converting him and his cousin to being Christians. And we met up the other day, and and I was talking about how I'd become an atheist and left the belief. And he said one of the worst things you can do to someone in their life is to try and take away their faith or their belief in God. And that was a bit of a surprise to me. Someone who was recommending the God Delusion and all those books to me earlier is now a firm believer, and I kind of feel bad about that. I've built a reliance upon this belief and comfort zone in their life.
Can I speak to something, because I feel like a lot of us are in the same place, have been in the same place, in which we've deconverted, and now there's like this phase of anger, and then there's a phase of like, I need to like talk to people about this, like that you're kind of wrong. You're kind of wrong about this God shit. But I feel like this stuff that really affects us is way past this God conversation. It's like all the stuff that we can't do while we're religious. And those are the important things that I feel should be talked about, because that's the stuff that kind of affects how we act, how we behave. Like, we're talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Let's go. Come on, people. This is what we're talking about. This is the root of the stuff that we're not allowed to do as Christians. And we need to be talking more about those things in healthy manners. And I think the atheist movement, I guess, as a whole, has sucked at talking about those things. What are your thoughts? Tell me.
I think PTSD is probably the number one issue, and kind of finding a way to go along with the notion that secular world's not prepared to see all these deconverts just come flooding in. It'll look like U.S. military transports trying to get out of Kabul.
Yeah,
it'll be a disaster.
I don't know
what you're
to be under the
saying.
name of it.
It really feels similar to me, like an unpreparedness for what life looks like outside of those kind of like structured contexts.
Yeah.
Ways of thinking.
Yeah, because we've been told how to think about stuff for so long.
I don't know. Yeah. For me, a lot of it is the being okay with the I don't know kind of answer, that there's limitations to my knowledge, and being able to move forward and continue with life without some kind of discrete, strong answer to things. But, that's me.
I just feel like a lot of the conversations tend towards like boring shit, like the beginning of the universe, and none of the stuff that really affects them right now. I'd rather have the conversations like be like, what's happening now? Like, how are you behaving differently, and how are you going to behave differently now that you're free of this like ridiculous thought process?
So this conversation is more aimed at people who have left and then talking to them about these issues, or talking to the general public about these issues.
I think it's definitely towards the people. I think the focus. I think the focus of people who have just recently left the faith is fine, but I think it needs to. It always gets stuck on this like God thing, and like how do we tell truth from imagination or whatever like that. But I feel like the behavioral thing is more important, not like the God claim.
There's a Facebook group called Recovering Ex-Christians, which kind of covers a lot of that sort of thing. I'm not too active in there anymore, but I used to be more when I guess I probably needed to be talking to people about it. So there's definitely groups out there that do that sort of thing, but most of them are private rather than public. And probably one of the big reasons for that is because not everyone who leaves is capable of being independent, either financially or emotionally, without other people, being there. So for myself, I didn't get a very positive reaction from my family when I left.
You and me both.
My dad said to me, he said, when you got married, we made a promise to your wife that we would treat her as if she was one of our own, and we keep our promises, so we will also treat you as if you are one of our own. Yeah, so that was a bit of a, like, they've changed now, and my dad doesn't really remember that, but it's not the first time something like that's happened either.
My wife, I don't want to play the one-up game, but my wife and my dad both told me I was going to hell in the same week.
Wow. Surprisingly, my wife was actually really, really good. She was the one I was probably the most worried about telling, but I didn't even realize until I told her that I was an atheist that she was never a full-on, like, Protestant sort of thing. She was more of a, like, that. She wasn't like a firm believer in like the 6-day creation or anything like that. She's a very liberal Christian, and it took me until I told her I was an atheist that I found out about that. So she was really chill about it, and she's just like, religion's more about how you act in this world rather than any hereafter. And she just said that she always thought my family was in a cult, which they kind of were, but I just never knew until I until I told her. So I was fortunate in that situation, but I can imagine that must have been really rough for you, Aaron. Like, that must have been like really tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting along now, or?
Sure. Yes, we are getting along.
That was not a very confident confirmation there.
It's just like my personality is like all about exploring like new experiences. That's like the big drive. And my wife is not like that. So, but like the framework of like Christianity allowed, I think, my wife some comfort, because there was no expectation of change once you go into this pact of marriage, right? There's like, oh, it's gonna be forever, and now like I got out and like, I don't know, forever seems kind of long. So I'm trying to figure out how we can navigate this space without forever.
Without eternity, or without the rest of your life, do you mean?
Both, either one. Yeah. Right? One's easier to swallow, right?
Yeah. So are you still kind of struggling with not having eternity, or
No, eternity is not that. It's like a.
Sounds
I
like a
feel like
nightmare.
I want to have more experiences
Nice call.
that my wife wouldn't be okay with.
so are you thinking of it more from her perspective rather than yours, or
Say that again.
are you thinking of it more from her perspective than yours, or it's still you dealing with it?
Well, no, there's definitely two people in the in the consideration. I just don't know how to navigate it yet. I'll figure it out after I do a big giant dose of mushrooms, which I have in this big bag here.
Yeah,
So
I'm
why
yet to
were we
try
being
this.
discreet before?
It's YouTube.
Because mushrooms are just like shiitake mushrooms, dude. I just cook with them. That's
I'm
why.
starting to like grow to like mushrooms.
Oh, that's me.
Used to be very adverse.
Conversations always get deep around 9 o'clock.
I know, right?
I feel like, yeah, like as you were saying before, drugs is probably something which we should be more open to talking about.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Let's talk about it. Oh my God,
Yeah.
the amount of bullshit Christian music I've listened to growing up.
I would just like to point out we're atheists. We don't care about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's all about raping and child eating.
Oh no!
Come on in, join the club.
It's hard to have those conversations though, because then then the Christians are like, "Oh, you just want to sin." I'm like,
That's all I
"Oh,
want to do is
goodness
just
gracious.
sin. That's all I want to do.
I want to sin."
Or you don't have any moral authority to
Right.
tell me what to do or anything.
I get how it's hard to have those conversations. It's just like it bothers me that like the only ones we can have with Christians are like the God stuff. It's stupid.
Who needs moral authority when we have eggplant?
I actually used one of Doug's examples the other day when chatting with my dad, because he was telling me that God is good. And so
God is God.
yeah, I said to him, well, would it be good if I had a toddler in the bath that was too young and small to get out, and I just turn the tap on and let them drown? And my dad said to me, well, no, that would not be good.
That's
I said, well, what about? I said, what about when God
Jesus
flooded the
does
earth? Yeah, I said, what about when God flooded the earth? And he said, well, God didn't actually do it. He didn't actually flood them. And I said, well, it's kind of like me turning on the bathwater, right? I didn't actually drown that baby. Like God didn't actually drown the people.
Right. He just didn't turn the water off.
Yeah, and then that really helped him process the fact that like the situation of the flood is, yes, he actually did. And I talked about the situation I said was not just God flooding the earth, but I said, what about the toddler that was on the earth, hasn't done anything wrong yet, and then when God flooded it and they're screaming for help and they can't survive and they can't breathe, and I really made it vivid. Yeah, that really made him think of, is that actually good? And it, made him go, well, this is actually the cause.
Man.
That's why we need more poof or drown t-shirts, right?
Yeah, I asked the poof or drown question as well. And the scary thing was, I also asked him, when Jesus said to the adulteress,
Bathsheba.
The lady who said, you who haven't cast the first
Johnny.
stone.
Mary?
Oh!
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because he didn't want to answer the question about the poof or drown with
They never do.
the flood. So I asked him, what about with the adulterous lady? Would you say that, if God said, hey, I'm about to drown this, everyone's about to stone this lady. Should we, go by the Old Testament and stone her to death, or should I say to them, hey, whoever hasn't cast the first stone, whoever hasn't sinned, cast the first stone? And my dad said I probably couldn't answer that. I was like, of course you could answer that. And he said that he would probably say stoner.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, you should probably remain a Christian then. But I don't know that he actually would. I think that that's just, he probably feels that that's what he should say rather than what he actually thinks. And I think a lot of Christians feel that they're afraid to say that they would choose a more moral option than what God has said because they are worried that they disagree with the morality of, the Creator.
If your dad was well read, as Ethan pointed out, he would say, well, that story about the adulterous woman wasn't in the original manuscript, so it was probably added later.
My dad knows about that.
He does?
He's done Bible study. Like he went and did a course and whatever.
But he didn't mention that when you brought up that
years.
example?
Sorry?
He didn't mention that, though, when you brought up that example?
No.
Or the other examples. The other examples seem very basic kind of analogies for him to kind of be like, oh wow, never thought of that.
Yeah, my dad would actually disagree with the fact that it was a later edition, and he would say it was meant to be in there. But he's aware of the fact that people do say that, but they're very much the Bible is the Word of God. So I have had a lot of fun with Leviticus and Deuteronomy with them.
So if you were just to ask him, why do you believe the Bible's the Word of God, what would he say?
Well, I did ask him that the other day, and he said because he's searched all the different world religions and all.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Did you call him on his bullshit? That's ridiculous.
Oh, he has. He spent a lot of time doing that.
Not enough time.
And yeah, I know, but he said it has all the answers. He said it has answers, and I said, well, just having answers, does that mean it's correct? So we had a really good chat. The problem is I actually don't know that I want him to not be a Christian because I know it would, my mum is probably not capable of processing the fact that her whole life has been a lie. So whereas my dad could probably deal with that, but my mum couldn't deal with my dad
being an atheist or a non-believer.
Yeah.
I think that's mind reading, and I think you're selling your parents short. I think there's lots of resilience to be said.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I was able to not force, but coerce one big conversation about the whole God thing 2 years ago with my parents and my brother. And I straight up told them Christianity almost killed me. And then, my brother said, well, if, he hadn't been a Christian, he probably would have gone through with killing himself. So I'm like, I want you to stay a Christian for the rest of your life. There are some people who I'm just like, nope, you need it. So
that might be the case, and I agree with, and I understand your point of view. I just feel that a lot of the times, at least for me, I can project how much pain I went through, and just say it's fucking easier. It's just way fucking easier if you stay Christian. But then again, if they are able to persevere, it can be better, right? I mean, that's
everyone's capable of that. Though. Everyone, the people have got different.
But people have to want to change. They have to be ready for it. You can't make them ready.
And I should mention, religion is everything to my family. Whenever we have a family meetup, and my parents had 9 kids, so they've raised all their kids that way, and so to them, that's a realization that they've raised all of their kids in a lie, and it's also the fact that whenever we meet, every single conversation is about Christianity. There isn't anything which doesn't get tied into Christianity. So basically,
where are you at in the pecking order, Matt?
Third eldest.
Okay, I'm the oldest of 8.
Yeah. Okay.
So similar. Are they Catholic or what's the denomination?
Protestant, Presbyterian sort of thing. I don't really know what it is, but basically Hillsong, but super into it. Like it's I feel like they've toned down their talk about religion with me, and it's still in nearly every second or third sentence that there's something which is, talking about God and religion and stuff. My brother thinks he's a prophet for, like an actual prophet with doing all this stuff. Like it's yeah, so it's so ingrained in everything. Like and it was for me as well. And so for me, there was a couple of years of just absolute depression and trying to figure life out. That I just don't think, like, my dad could cope with it, but my mum is just like she's very, like, her whole thought process is very emotional, which you can kind of understand when you've raised 9 kids. Her whole life is like adult life has literally been raising children, so she hasn't been in the work space or anything, so it's all been dealing with emotional kids,
kind of isolated.
So which hasn't been good for her. Like she's kind of got like baby brain now, and whereas like beforehand she was an extremely intelligent lady, but like, not that she's not intelligent now, but it's just the way she thinks is more in tune with having always only really been around children. So I do think that for some people, being like that, like it is just better for them to stay
I
a
agree. I was trying to make that clear that I agree with that point. I just feel like it falls flat sometimes. It's almost like an excuse to not like push. I don't know. I don't want to
too
push.
traumatic. Like for a lot of other people, sure, but like for some, no. Like my dad calls me an atheist evangelist.
Nice.
So, and that's because I can literally quote them the Bible and say, I can raise particular topics and say, this book, this chapter, this verse, it talks about this, and then, how can you, harmonize that with these other verses that you're talking about or other concepts that you're talking about. So, and a lot of the verses they've never heard of, despite they've never really given much thought to. But Deuteronomy 22 is one of my favorites because it's all about, like, it's clear as day. I think verse 27, 28, 29 is all about forcing the rape victim to marry the rapist, and only her dad gets to choose whether or not he wants it to happen, and she doesn't get a say in it. And it's the punishment to the rapist. And I'm just like, how can you justify that as moral? And then Numbers 31 is pretty good as well for talking about, like, how they take the beautiful women for themselves and everything.
I've given up on
As
trying
the reward from God.
Bible verses with my parents. I just get a thought-stopping technique. Well, I either get like, well, God works in mysterious ways, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or he has a reason, he has a plan. It's not for me to know.
Getting up.
Yeah,
I'm just scared of Ace King.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
What a waste of time.
At least they did it twice.
This is a big deal.
Oh, no way. I would have won that hand.
We didn't make any money, did we?
I had triple nines on the river.
Yeah, Eric, I'm in a similar place with my own mom, who would prefer that I just roll all of the last year back and
I gotta go to get bed, y'all. So
come
have a
back.
good night.
Bye-bye.
Who said that?
David.
David.
Oh, David. Yeah, thanks for coming, David.
Yeah, good
Bye,
playing with y'all.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
And if I
You
try
get
to
that.
push past the thought-stopping techniques, I get the emotional manipulation. Like, I just never get anywhere.
I think Doug's slow and steady wins the race is probably the best track.
Oh, also just not caring as well. Took me a little while to learn that one, but yeah, not caring what people think or say. It can be a tough one to get to that after having lived the opposite to that through your life. But yeah, I think it's probably one of the better strategies. Is just learn to not care if people say that you're evil or whatever, and that you've got a hidden agenda or you work for the devil. I mean, Doug literally does work for the devil, but
great benefits.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I got to admit, I'm really tempted to sign the contract, but I just don't want to be committed to something again, even if it is the
I'll run it twice.
only one who told the truth within the Bible.
What does that mean?
Doug.
Would you run it?
The only one that told the truth.
Oh.
Did you say, what does that mean, Doug?
No, I'm talking to Garrett.
Talking about the hand.
Okay.
I don't care about Christianity.
That's what I'm saying. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Let's go.
Oh shit.
I'm willing to buy in. This could be a big pot. I mean, it is a big pot.
Damn, this is a huge pot.
Oh, 2 per. I need an ace or 10. I'm dead.
I missed.
What were you
I
doing
wanted to
after,
run it twice.
I had a straight draw and an outside straight
Damn, Garrett. That was a giant hand.
Wow.
You blind back in, Doug?
Yeah. Why not? Didn't make a dent.
Yeah.
Can't do that when I'm drinking something.
You guys saw in the chat, like I'm leaving in 15 minutes.
What? You can't take my money and run?
I put it in the chat like 20 minutes ago.
I know. But I'm still bitter. Where do I want to sit? Here.
Give me 2 to read the map.
Yep.
Come sit next to your buddy, old pal, hey? Or 2 of them. 3.
If I would have gone all in on the flop, would you have called Garrett?
That would have been really tough because I thought you're betting like you had ace king or ace 10. I was worried about ace 10. I was like just really hoping you had ace jack, and then I got lucky on that turn.
I'm sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
That's not good. I'll look into that because https undwell.org should.
Yeah, it says climate change conferences, carbon storage, and
That's
sequestration.
hilarious. Okay. I'm gonna.
I don't want to click on it. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
Did you have a
Copy that.
did you have a recovery phase for yourself?
For me?
For me?
Yeah, did you ever when leaving it all? Did you kind of have a time where you had to process that everything was just how you imagined?
Well, I was like between 35 and 40 during the process, and so by the time I was out, I had processed almost everything. It was more of a time for my wife to deal with it.
Was it something you were dealing with during the process then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The first few years of really doubting was tough on me, but by the end, it was such a relief.
Yeah.
I think for me, seeing guys like you, Doug, and Apologia already having processed these kinds of things sped up that process for me, but that's my own experience, and I had always
You and me, Matt?
experienced some kind of like cognitive dissonance and doubt through my own mental stuff. So, yeah.
remember the moment I realized I wasn't a Christian anymore. I was walking into my parents' house and I was thinking it all over. And I said, well, what is a Christian? A Christian is someone who believes in all of this stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't believe it because I'm doubting it. Like I was like, I literally don't believe it anymore. I'm trying to figure out if it's true. And I was like, shit, I'm not a Christian. Yeah, and that was kind of a relief off my shoulders, coming to that realization that I wasn't one.
Yeah.
Yeah, up until that mode was pretty tough. And then just figuring out how to deal with family and whatever, because I was still, I don't know, it's probably like 28, 29. And family had played a pretty huge role in my life until then. So, which is, yeah, if you have, 8 siblings, it kind of happens. Well played, Erica.
I have
Got to admit. Go on.
I have I was just thinking about my big family dynamics. I have one sister out of 8, and she, if you could imagine, went through some really like interesting upbringing. She was right in the middle of us. Like she got sandwiched between like fucking 2 packs of hot dogs, right? And she ended up like suppressing a lot of her sexual behavior because of the shame. Yep. And so right now we're dealing with a secret marriage between her and her husband, who is a trans, or her wife, who is a trans person. And so there's like this big overarching, how the fuck do we talk about like sex now? Because our sister is married to a trans person.
Did anybody else hear that music?
Yeah, where's that coming from?
Because this conversation is very strange over that.
It's not coming from me. No, it's not me.
Oh, you looked really sheepishly as it was coming through. So
No, I was dancing to it.
Okay. Your dancing looks very sheepish.
So I think that's why maybe I have like a big emphasis on like how sex like affects families and like the way we think, because like my family is feeling a lot of it. It's a weird conversation to have. She had, imagine the shame her mom and dad and all of her brothers. She had to have this marriage in secret, so like, because she was too scared to tell any of us. It's disgusting. I was ashamed of myself. I was like ashamed, like what did we do to like, what did we? How, the behavior is just gross. So it threw me for a loop, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, it's it can be a pretty big thing to deal with. Yeah, I can't imagine what it would be like in America, because I know it's a heck of a lot more religious over there, at least in the Bible Belt area, whatever. Yeah, you guys have got some.
You see, nobody wants to talk
other
about
issues to
it.
deal
It's
with.
hard.
So how's everyone's night?
Good. Whoops. I hit my light. I'm playing fetch with the dog while we play. Whoa, 266. King 7, 2 per.
I got caught bluffing. Darn it.
I showed you my cards. Oh, you got caught bluffing. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Nicholas, you bluff?
Not this time.
I either do or don't have a straight. And Pascal's wager was your.
Well, they may not even realize that it is like most people in a cult won't admit they're in a cult or like even know they're in a cult.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest things for me is eventually I figured out that a lot of what I've been engaged with was warm reading of social groups as well as some level of high social pressure and commitment to engage in a particular person to keep them committed to our group.
I mean, I didn't realize I'd been raised in a cult until like 2 years ago when I started learning about like the bite model and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ethan.
It's rough.
That was a rough day.
Ethan. What cards have you got?
Ethan is the strong silent type.
Has anybody ever seen the documentary Jesus Camp?
Yeah.
I
That
lived
was
in
basically how I was raised.
That's how you were raised? Wow.
Yeah.
I totally
The educators in that were my parents, basically.
watch that and see how she does.
What was that?
I said
the
I
educators. Oh, go on.
sorry. I said I totally need to make my wife watch that and see how she does.
Yeah, one of my friends who used to be a Jehovah's Witness said that if you try to like use like rational arguments against Jehovah's Witnesses, it would never work because it just makes them dig their heels in. But he said the reason why he lost his he left the religion was because he would watch like videos like Jesus Camp or things like Scientology, and inside he would make the connection like, wait a second, like I make similar I rationalize similar things in my religion, and eventually that just kind of like eats away at it.
Well, I mean, I had gotten myself out before I even made the connection.
Yeah.
For me, it was a matter of survival, getting out of Christianity, because I had a mental breakdown that was so bad, like it almost ruined my life.
Hopefully, Doug.
Yeah, I was in a similar
Thank
spot.
you.
And so instead of hanging on to the mental issues, I was like, oh, well, it's like, let's take all my mental stuff and feelings out of it and then just reevaluate the case. And I found it insufficient.
Reed, I can never tell if you're a thumbnail or you're actually sitting there because you're sitting quite still.
Yeah, sometimes I think he freezes and then he starts blinking again.
Yeah.
He's just that close to an artistic cake that we don't know.
Nice.
Problem. Well done. High card, eh? How old's your cat? Erica?
What's that?
How old's your cat?
He is, I think he's 11.
11. Wow.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
What is that in
Been with you
human
the whole
years?
time, or?
What's that?
What's is the cat years the same as dog years, like 7 to 1?
Maybe. I know
I
they
think
live a
roughly,
similar amount of time, like around 15, sometimes 20.
15's pretty much like God status for cat.
My wife's cat lives at 23.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting my kids a pet. Not sure what yet, but I think I'd like to get them. If we could get a bunny, I'd get them a bunny, but they're illegal where I am.
I had a rabbit. They're a lot of work.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Probably
A
a good
lot
thing to
more work
avoid
than
then.
it will be.
My dad decided that he wanted to breed rabbits for my mom's like soups. So he like bred a whole bunch of rabbits, tons of cages and all that, and he killed 2 rabbits, and he got so freaked out because they screamed like little children when you cut their throats. And he's all, I can't do it. Now I have like 20 rabbit pets. So he stopped killing the rabbits and had 20 rabbit pets for the rest of his days.
The hell?
Did he like cut one? It screamed, and then he's like, "Wait, I have to make sure it wasn't just like some weirdo rabbit."
He killed 2 of them. Yeah, he killed 2 of them. That was it. He's like, I can't do it.
We had chickens and ducks and everything because it was cheaper than buying groceries. Which, when you got 9 kids, is important.
We got some action.
We used to love. We had chickens which were pets and chickens which were food.
You want to run it twice, Ethan, or just once?
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice?
Nobody's ran it twice yet tonight.
Because I might be out if you have a high pocket pair.
Here we go. Ooh, this will be fun.
Ooh.
I'd say it's like a chop pot.
Wow.
Oh, my dog just farted.
King or an ace?
No club.
Okay, I'm on a free roll.
Good.
6. Nope.
Damn it, Ethan.
2 in a row.
Seriously, it really stings bad in here right now.
It does, doesn't it?
Is that a faux leather chair, Doug? Or is that a real leather chair?
No, this is faux. And it's falling apart. I need a
stiffer game
gamer
up.
chair.
You need a yellow cover for it. That's all you need.
I need a cool kids chair.
So Doug's been a vegetarian. I've also gone vegan for a while, but didn't manage to stick, especially with my wife being a carnivore. Has anyone else given much thought to that?
Yes.
I'm not anymore, but I do kind of see it as the most ethical thing to do.
I think it's the moral. I think it's you have the moral high ground if you're a vegan, but I eat lots of hot dogs. I do keto.
That's not meat.
Yeah.
Is it?
Fuck yeah, it is. It's a meat product. It's a meat product.
Meat. Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, I take a. I don't know if you're familiar with Tom Jump, but Tom Jump has a good take on it. Like
Nicely done.
You don't know who that is?
No, I do. I was saying nicely done to Garrett because I was bluffing as if I had an ace, but he actually had one.
Big night for Garrett.
Yes, sir.
Be a shame if you lost it all in the last hand here. I guess you can't lose it all. You can lose half.
What were you saying about Tom Jump? Sorry.
Yeah, I like the view he has about the it's morally superior to be vegan, but he chooses not to, and he can. So
I think with our current, like, the way we farm animals, yes, it is morally superior to be a vegan. But if we were able to farm animals ethically, I don't think vegans would have the moral superiority.
or what about grown meat? Like lab meat. What do you guys Yeah, I'm down for that
I don't
too.
care about like the actual killing of animals. I'm not too. I don't really care about too much, to be honest. But it's more the way that they're raised.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Factory farming.
Yeah.
I like the taste of them, and so if they grew it in a lab and I didn't know the difference, I'd be all for that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, life has no meaning unless you give it meaning, and the animals, they can't tell us what meaning they've given it. So that's a horrible way of saying that.
Yeah,
but,
you're going to hell.
I think there's far too many cattle in the world. We need to kill them.
Yeah, that's fine to do that.
Wow. If then statement. Holy shit.
Have you guys heard of the line of argument where I think it was shoot, what was it? Anyways, basically, is it more humane to wipe out a species entirely that's like been raised
Come on, you guys don't have a queen.
versus like letting species kind of go on just being like tortured through like factory farming?
Yeah, I've thought about that, and the most moral thing I can think of is probably like obliterating the entire Earth. Like the bad guys in the movie kind of have a point. Like you'll end all suffering on Earth if you obliterated the entire planet, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps it is the
Pretty
most
sure I
moral
have
thing
this.
to do.
So Matt, you would Thanos us?
Yeah.
Matt's
Thanos
like
only
a
got rid of half the people, so he was
Yeah.
really immoral because he left people behind to just
Thanos is really
no,
immoral.
the last one though, he was just like, all right, no, I'm starting over.
I'm not a huge Adventures or whatever fan, so I haven't seen the last one. I just kind of seen some of them. But yeah, no, it makes sense,
I have a question about that. Like, why? Where are we getting our comparison for the morality of Thanos?
What do you mean?
Why is it immoral
For Thanos to do what he
for Thanos to do what he did? Yes,
because of the
You mean
pain
by
and suffering
killing
he
everyone?
caused. Like Thanos would have been more moral if he would have killed everyone rather than half.
Yeah.
No, disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
No, disagree.
because it was indiscriminate.
You can disagree, Aaron, but you'd just be wrong.
Why would I be wrong?
Because there's no pain and suffering if your standard is well-being and pain or minimizing pain and
Half the
suffering.
people got well-being. The other half did not.
No, the people who were left who had sorrow and
Loved ones,
misery
they
from the
cried.
people who they lost.
You saw them
Losing-
cry
losing
on TV.
people is
Half the people got well-being. The other half did not. If you kill everybody, no one would get well-being. Are you kidding me? Let's measure well-being then.
Well, no, there's two sides.
I'm right.
There's two sides of the equation. There's well-being and suffering, right?
I'm not talking about suffering. I'm talking about well-being.
Right. I'm talking about suffering now.
But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about well-being.
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about.
Well, suffering is part of well-being. If you're suffering, then you have a low position in the well-being ranking.
Correct. And how could you have well-being if no one died?
No, you wouldn't have a negative level of well-being. So you're removing the suffering, which is
Get a
part
flush,
of well-being.
Erica. Really?
I think you guys are all wrong. Thanos did not do anything
She's
wrong.
been pretty strong.
What if Thanos snapped only people that
on the river
had more suffering
Nice.
in their life than they did have?
Erica.
Wait, frame that again, because I think I like where we're going with this.
Like, what if Thanos only snapped people that had more suffering in their life than they did have good things happen in their life?
But you'd still have the people left
That would
behind.
be way
with more
better. It would
suffering.
be way better than what he did. If it was indiscriminate versus discriminate, of course, you would get rid of the people who had more suffering. Then obviously he's been good. He's been good.
Erica, get ye behind me.
Oh, man, I used to hear that in church all the time. It's weird that they talked about Erica so much.
That's some sort of a weird spirit.
Let's
The Satan get behind me sort of thing.
defend my blind.
Oh, like yeah.
But Aaron, I was
spacing out. Go ahead.
Well, Erica put me off track here. But how much suffering would there have been if Thanos would have wiped everybody out, including himself, after the wipeout?
If he poofed them, zero. But if he drowned them, in the
now, how much suffering is there if only half have gone? See, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're getting rid of the well-being question, which is what your argument is.
No, when you. That's my response to you. Take that.
Kind of stuck in a corner now, Aaron.
I'm not in the corner.
Didn't you hear Doug's reply?
Yeah, that's because he couldn't. He had a brain fart and couldn't think of anything.
I don't know. I couldn't argue against that.
But this is what theists say when I ask about the real problem of evil. It's existence is better than non-existence. Just existence alone is a good.
Mm-hmm.
And I say no. I say if you can imagine existence that's so bad that's better not to exist,
fine.
right?
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So what you're saying is half the population of the Thanos world exists, and therefore, yes, they're going to cry for a year or two because they lost their wife or their child or their best friend, but they'll get over it. And then,
but existence is better than non-existence.
Yeah, and they can smell the flowers in years in the future. And so I hear what you're saying.
More natural resources available to them.
Why do you think existence is better than non-existence?
No, that's not the argument he's making. That's what he's saying. The theists typically argue.
Okay.
Yeah. If I had the choice of existing in this world with the suffering that exists and not existing at all, I think I don't know. I might make a different choice. I don't know.
And you have that ability.
And you would have that ability, yeah.
If you're living in middle class America, yeah, existence is better than non-existence, I would admit. But if you're like, there's a lot of people who, Erica, you got to stop winning.
Erica, you can win as much as you can.
But Doug, your real problem of evil is actually one of the reasons you became one of my favorite YouTube channels. Is because when I was little, like between the ages of 8 and 12, before I basically got all the questions and curiosity beat out of me, not literally, verbally,
figuratively.
Figuratively.
If Jesus Camp isn't any indication, it was beaten out of you. It was just a mental beating.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely mentally beat out of me. But I would ask a version of your real problem of evil to like my parents and my pastors, and I got some really disgusting answers, I've got to tell you.
For example?
Okay. So I asked my mom, I'm like, well, if some people have to go to hell, why doesn't God just, annihilate them instead? And basically saying, like, well,
or not create them in the first place.
Exactly. Well, her answer was, well, he loves them so much that he can't just uncreate them. They have to exist forever, but they can't exist with them, so they have to be tortured for eternity because he loves them that much.
Good guy, God.
Good guy, God, yeah.
And another one from my pastor was, so I'm like, okay, well, if God knows everything that's going to happen, then he knows he's creating people that are going to hell. He knows this. And this, I'm just trying to say, like, this seems wrong to me. And then he gave me this answer that I'll never forget. He said, well, imagine that you knew for certain that, you knew for certain how your children were going to turn out. And you knew for certain that your first child was going to be a serial killer and a serial rapist and be a horrible person and cause a ton of like destruction. But your second child would be the perfect child and they would love you and you'd have a great life and they'd take care of you when you're older and all that, and they'd be the perfect child. And he's like, well, wouldn't you just choose to have children so you could get to the second child? And I'm like, what? He's like, no, like obviously you would choose to have children, and you know, just the first child, oh well, you know, it just has to happen to get to the second one. And I'm like, I wouldn't have children if I knew that the first one was going to cause all of this pain and suffering.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Well, ignorance is bliss. That's the great thing about kids.
and see, but these things like made me think I was crazy when I was a kid because everybody around me thought this way. And when I would ask these questions and get these answers about all these different topics, and people answered me like, "Oh, well, it's just so obvious that this is the answer." I thought that I was crazy.
You're not crazy. You're doing great.
I know that now, but thank you. No, my first piece of atheist media I ever consumed was The God Delusion, and it
pretty
was
big.
like being able to breathe for the first time in my entire life.
I'm still yet to go through that book.
Me too. I've never read it.
It was literally Facebook debate groups for me, and
Actually, I don't read very much. I just go off feeling. So the Holy Spirit gave me a feeling.
that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally how it happened.
Beat, but I'm a pussy.
Oh, that's pretty.
You got a 10?
Nice,
Oh,
nice boulder.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
very nicely done.
Wow.
I also had 4 10s.
That was a good fold.
Sorry, Tux. That was
Damn.
I knew one of you had a king, so I could probably get all the money.
Garrett,
Garrett, I needed you in that pot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, nice quad, nice quad
Behind.
10s.
Thanks.
So,
All right, everyone. I'm here.
Okay, see you, Garrett. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Garrett.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
See you, Garrett.
I'll say
Nice to meet you.
3 more hands.
3 more.
Okay.
well, I'm done for the night.
Okay.
Bye.
Are you gonna
I'm
stick
not
around for
gonna
the
buy
last
back in
3?
for two more minutes. What's that?
You're gonna watch Reed go broke or no?
No.
I got a couple hours before I got to pick up the kids from
Would-
school.
That's pretty cool.
I know
What
there
are
was a
you smoking
confusion.
over there, Matt? Oh, sorry, Tux. Go ahead.
No,
Just,
Reed and I had a confusion over my chips. So I wanted to ask him about winnings from last week. So
Yeah, I would have. You would have. Yeah, you gave me like your whatever winnings or your buy-in minus or whatever the winnings is. Forgot.
I didn't do it that way.
Oh, you
But
sent him
it
money?
doesn't matter. Just
Yeah.
just to split that difference. Split that difference between you and Doug for Cordial Curiosity and Pine Creek.
Did you give me more than you should have?
No, I just gave you my buy-ins from the 2 weeks.
Okay. I gave you.
And-
You gave me the buy-ins. Do I owe you something?
No, just well, yeah, I had winnings of from last week,
Okay, I can send you that. I don't
and
wanna-
then you can just divvy that up. Donate it since
Well, you didn't get your winnings from last week?
No, but I also hadn't paid when I went to look to see if to claim it. I noticed I hadn't actually paid in the first place. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. You won quite a bit last week, right?
Yeah, it was a good week, but
Yeah. So what we'll do
I
is
feel
Reed
it's under
will-
faults. It's under
No.
faults.
Reed will subtract off. We'll go back, look at the tape, see what your winnings was, subtract
Oh
what
my
your
God,
buy-in
this
was.
Cheating motherfuckers need to take this offline and do it in the email, okay? Get his
All right.
No, face to
I'll
face is
figure it
better.
out. And I'll make it
Well,
right.
I
Reed will make it
already
right.
did it. I already did it in an email. So, but there's either rushed for time or more important considerations in life.
Yeah, last week.
Garbage.
Let me see here. Yeah, don't go yet. Last week you had at least 1422. Let me see.
Yeah, I think 1422 was the end.
Yeah, so and what did you buy in for? Or what did you want to buy in for?
So
what was your initial
I
chip?
initially bought in for 50.
Testes are shrinking with all
50.
this money talk.
Yeah, I know. Just look at the last email.
So
I think
Reed
it's-
will send you $92.20, and then it's square.
And I paid him for the. Never mind. Just
You paid him twice or once?
I'll figure it out. He had the past 2 weeks to buy in, and yeah, it's pretty.
just take to look into it. I know it was confusing. It was something I messed up on. It's kind of.
It's no worries. I run a tight ship here. We'll get you fixed.
Super tight. Super tight. He gave me 40 cents back 1 week.
When the auditors come through and
shake the place down.
Yeah. Charge
no,
back.
Don't worry.
City.
Like Reed will make it right, and you don't like. I prefer you get your money back, and then like no forced donation here.
Okay. Well,
that's the way I prefer it. Because I deserve it, but Reed doesn't. So let's just give your money back.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a pair.
Doug. Doug. You were talking earlier, and you said something, and you're nonchalant. I don't care about Christianity. I love that comment. Actually, I don't care about Christianity.
I was in a hand with Erica. At that moment, I didn't.
Yeah, Erica's been playing pretty tough today. Even though you closed me out, and Garrett, was it Garrett?
Yeah, Garrett had a great night.
Yeah, Garrett had a really good night. I was chasing, but pot odds kind of chose the day for me.
Is it possible to just leave the funds in the kitty for another time? Because for me, I'm transferring.
No.
No,
it's too much.
I got to pay currency transfer fees and whatever.
Oh, if you use Venmo, you don't have to.
Venmo's not available in Australia. So.
Are we doing one more hand? We're gonna keep playing till we get this money thing. Keep talking, Tux.
Last hand.
So it sounds like a tornado's coming. Actually,
you can pay me in crypto if you want.
Yeah, I take Ethereum and Algorand.
Wake up, Nicholas.
It's okay.
Are you alive, Nicholas?
Holy schmoly, he did.
Shit,
he knocked right out.
Is he? You see his chest going up and down?
Nick.
It looks like he's moving.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he's moving.
That was intense.
What?
Tell me he's moving.
His chest is moving.
Yeah, he's probably just falling asleep.
But did he mute us all?
He just like crashed out. That was intense.
And he narked out.
That's an insult.
I want to take what he's taking.
Well, yeah, I got some for you.
Some propofol.
Yeah. Got some CBD oil I've been taking for my shoulder.
Put it back to Nick. Oh.
He checked. How did he check?
If you don't,
He's
it's automatic.
He's on timer. It's funny.
I gotta play back the tape and see at what point he conked out.
What? Yeah.
Can you post it on your channel so we can all see?
Yeah, how exciting the PineCreek Poker Night is.
That's what happens when we talk about money.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, sorry about the confusion again.
No worries.
And it was a great show you had tonight, PineCreek.
Oh, thanks.
That was really nice. There was something you said. I was like, oh yeah. Oh, I know what it was. You had used an analogy where you'd kind of said, well, if you have this company that loses 10,000, and you have another company that loses another 10,000, another company that loses 50,000, you put them all together and you get a profit. And I was like, well, actually, that is a scenario in which it's actually very profitable to buy all those companies.
Yeah,
borrow money against them, and then I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, but rolling loans lose no moss.
Yeah,
or never gain moss loss.
Yeah.
Instead of rolling stones never gain moss, rolling loans never gain loss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's hard for me right now.
Yeah, I understand that you could consolidate companies and make them profitable, but in itself, it's simple math. Yeah.
It seems like it shouldn't work that way, but venture capitalism is a crazy.
Are we gonna let Nick just like chill out there like that?
Well, I'm playing back the tape here. Well, he went.
I felt like it was sudden.
He was awake 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I mean, no, 13 minutes ago because it's a 10-minute delay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he's starting to nod off.
10 minutes ago, he's fine.
I'm going to speed this up.
Nick,
That's awesome.
Nick.
I'm just looking to see if he grabs his chest before he nods off.
If this guy's dying, you realize we're all going to hell.
No, we're all going to hell if he actually. No, this not even say it. Okay, he's still awake. 11 minutes ago.
This is intense.
Okay, I can't tell if his eyes are open. Hang on, let me blow it up. He's drifting.
Yeah, he's drifting on live.
But his head's still vertical.
I hope he's not dead. That's all I gotta say.
He's breathing. I zoomed in.
I can't see the breathing. I can't see the breath.
No, he's breathing. You can see.
Oh! This is so hilarious. He's like jerking. He's like trying to keep himself awake.
Oh, you gotta make a clip, Doug. Looks like a clip.
Wait, let's make sure he's really alive first, and then make a clip.
My goodness.
What time is it there? Where is he? What time is he in?
He's in America.
It can't be later than 12.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 rather.
Yeah, at worst it's 1
for me.
But I'm watching the replay, and his head's still vertical 10.5 minutes ago.
I think he's asleep, but his head's vertical.
Yeah, he's like, his eyes are closed.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Either that or he's having a very deep rest.
Deep rest.
Does he call?
Yeah.
No. Nope, his times are out. Oh, he folded. Yeah, he's out. Well, he can. Okay, he's still alive. He's fine.
Well, I'm proud to say, even though I was felted once, I managed to squeeze
By
out a
me,
small profit.
again, I'm the best Doug Felter.
Yeah, nice bluff at the end there. I noticed that.
I'm down $2.10.
And Erica, you had the biggest night of your life.
Yeah,
Right?
well done.
Nice job.
If you're going to talk about poker, sure.
Like you bought in for 300?
What else are we talking about?
Yeah, more than doubled.
I told you last week you better watch out after I won $1.60.
Yeah, you were fishing on a winning streak.
I need to get in a multiplayer like that.
Reed, are you going to stay until Nick wakes up? Or what's going on here? You going to send it? Okay.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. Reed, leave me on double secret probation only if necessary.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't talk about
it. I'm done talking about it.
Okay, see you, Tux. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, see ya. Nick. Good night. Good night, Nick.
Hey, let's try this. Before you guys go, let's try this. On the count of 3, let's all yell Nick's name.
Yeah, as loud as possible.
All right.
and see if he has his audio on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Nick!
He's dead. He is dead.
He's just asleep.
He's breathing.
Well,
Watch the obituaries tomorrow.
Reed, what were you serving him earlier? Roofie Lotta?
Serving him
Yeah.
full houses.
Yeah,
I got to combine a clip of Nick here with you, Aaron, showing the ups and downs of
The
poker
range.
night.
Yeah. Sinusoidal wave. Yes.
Oh my! All right. Good night, all.
See ya.
Good night.
Hey, Dex.
All right. See you, Tux.
Hey, and Reed, stay around for a bit.
Right. Good night.
Good night.
So if I
And,
paid by PayPal, how does that all work?
Oh, so Reed will just PayPal you back $47.90.
Sweet.
Yep.
And we
What'd you buy
definitely
in
can't
for?
just keep it there. $50.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Do you want to quickly just play a hand, Doug, and donate me 21 chips?
No.
Come on. I know you want to do it. Then do it.
No. So you just Reed will PayPal you back, and you just can keep that in your account for next week if you want.
Yeah, cool. Well, my the Australian dollar's crashing at the moment, so I probably still made a profit. All right, sweet.